Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us and happy Wednesday. We're so glad you're with us tonight. We have 3 hours and it is all incredible live. Exciting jewelry. We've got incredible values for you. It is going to be quite the night. We've got a specialty selection. It is some of our best museum pieces we've ever seen. They are going to be also joined with some really affordable pieces as well throughout the evening, and also some incredible Brazilian Paraíbas, a chameleon diamond that is our largest, and also some huge markdowns on tanzanite. Some of our favorites are blue wing block Ds. I've got a trillion and a pendant. It is outstanding. We also have a round. That is one of our favorites as well, for a cut that still gives you neon, but sparkle, but brilliance, all of that. It's a round that's a 6 carat. It is very limited. And then we also have some of the greatest diamond studs. Now, a lot of you have been asking for diamond studs of late. It must be getting close to holiday time, but I like to bring you something that's even a little bit more extraordinary than that. And we do have studs. We have classic studs. We have our 1 carats and 2 carats. But tonight, I'm going to bring you some stones that actually, to me, it's what I would take over the 1 carats, and believe it or not, I'd take them over the $7,000 2 carat earrings as well. So make sure you stick around to see what those are all about. They're coming up because it's a stud but better. So we'll explain when we get there. Plus, we already have some requests. I know some of you were asking for some things when we last saw each other on Monday night, so I want to bring those out, but like to let you know that they're here so that you can call us to let us know that you're there, so that you don't miss out on your items. So I've got a couple requests for Bach. I've got also, Linda, your request for indicolite. Actually, I'm going to start the show with an indicolite. It is a cat's eye indicolite. Then we'll have another larger stone for you. And anything else you might want to see, you are free to give us a call with your requests as well. We'd love nothing more than to find you whatever it is you're looking to see here tonight. So, and also some returning favorites. So if you've been watching a long time, we've actually got some really cool pieces that you might remember. They've been bestsellers here, or if you're like so many new shoppers with us, these are very important items, both for value and for their quality and their look. So we'll bring those back. And even a morganite. Oh, wait till you see the morganite we have tonight is good. So we're actually going to start. And by the way, we do have plenty of affordable. So you know the deal, mostly one of a kind. So we're going to start with one of those one of a kinds here, which is an indicolite cat's eye. This is something we had the other day that a lot of you were asking for. Maybe you missed out on that larger stone I had. Well, got good news for you here. We've got one here. I'm just going to make sure our wheel's all right. But this is a really good indicolite, and it's a round more or less. It's what we would technically call a roval, and it's item number 112-1169, and it is a beautiful, beautiful cat's eye indicolite, where again we are pretty limited on indicolites to start with, but then when you get something special like this with the cat's eye chatoyant effect as well, it just makes it all the more rare and exotic. And that's something that normally is a bit pricey. We've got a larger stone, but it's going to be quite a bit larger. It's in an 8 carat 44. So this is the more affordable of the two, and it's our carat 52 with 88 points in the diamonds. Classic setting style, that's for sure. It looks really, really good. And of course, you're getting white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. It is your choice what you'd like to have there as far as gold color combination, and that is going to be very, very special. But let's take a look at this. It is really exciting, and you got to see this. I mean, the chatoyancy, it shows even from a distance away. You do not need to be right up close next to this stone to see that glow of that chatoyant effect, which is a phenomenal stone. So that's just not phenomenal as an adjective, but literally a phenomenal gem. So excited to bring this one to you. It's better than $49.99. That's where it used to be. You know, this is a really pricey stone. Typically, it's where it stays as we go back up close to the wheel. And look at those true blues, because that's really important when you see how really that's what separates green tourmalines and teal tourmalines from the indicolites, is when you have a true blue. And the truth be told, you normally even get, if it's a faceted stone, you're going to struggle to get that kind of true, honest to goodness, unadulterated blue. That's where, again, usually it very much varies, and you'll see usually a little bit of a combination of the blues and the greens together. Here it's just straight up blues, and that's pretty impressive when you've got a cabochon cut in the first place, and then you've got all that blue shining through with, of course, your additional chatoyancy. So we'll take a look at it here very quickly, and yeah, it's going to go in a hurry. This is a very special piece, and yet $49.99, we're bringing it way down for you, so it can be a lot more affordable. And that's where we look for your phone calls, because obviously we know when you bring things down as affordable as we're going to throughout the show tonight, things are going to be flying. I mean, we've got just, you know, all out giveaways here. So instead of half that price at $25, I like that giveaway price already, but we're going to make it even more affordable for you. And this is one for the ages. So give us a call. And I didn't even mention something very special that's happening. We have a segment of purple tourmalines that are copper bearing. I know we had one the other day. It was so quick to go. It was actually Gone before I could price it. We've got 3 for you. I brought out pretty much everything in the collection here tonight, so that's exciting. But here we go, less than even $19.99. So if you're looking for a more affordable way to get in on this cat's eye indicolite, this is the way to go. It's the most affordable we have in the inventory, and it is going to be $1,499 instead. So really, really, really good value there. And it's going to be for one caller only. It's always the case with these stones, no matter if it's smaller or larger. These are always one onlys that you have a chance to pick up. So it is going to be one of those special stones that we love, in $14.99. And again, choose the yellow gold or the rose gold if you'd prefer it. But I think with that glow of that stone, the chatoyancy just glows like you see there. I think it looks best in the white gold. So you've got a great option right as we see it. And then of course we'll size it for you if you're new to our show. We do that free shipping, free sizing deal. So free gold color changes when possible, free shipping and sizing on top of that. So that's always a nice extra, I would say bonus, but it's actually bonus says. It's many benefits you get by shopping the great values. We'll give that 30 seconds, and that's going to be a very, very important piece there. And $14.99. Then we've got super affordable coming up to get something for everybody. I mean, gifting, which of course that holiday season that's around the corner, you might want to start thinking about gifts. You're probably thinking about, well, TVON, I'm not sure is my greatest gift destination because it's fine jewelry. Well, we're going to show you that we can make fine jewelry giftable here, and we'll do that next for you. So get ready for that, and that's going to be very exciting. So incredible piece, and that's one only. So it's going to be very, very special to pick that up. And then let's get to it. We've got our very important coral coming up in a pendant, and it'll be at number 1112192 coming up right now. This is just a very special stone, and yet Mediterranean coral getting tougher and tougher to get your hands on as the years wane by. But this is going to be at number 1112192, and it's white gold only. So this is going to be one of those Mediterranean corals that we love, set in a frame that is as if you had an old Victorian frame, maybe housing a photograph, right? Just that beautiful but classic bezel set for the stone. Then you've got that frame of mirror finished white gold around it. It's a 6x8. I would say approximation on that carat weight would be somewhere in that 1.5 to 2 carat range if I'm being conservative. And then we've got our pendant where no diamonds. So just a casual, easy to wear type of piece that is going to be a fabulous value, and where we can actually make fine jewelry these days in solid gold very affordable. It is going to come your way here. And actually, this was like, let's talk about affordable, because when you talk about gold, it's $2,700 an ounce. $499 is considered affordable for most pieces, right? We're actually going less than that for you. And it's going to be one of those where if you want a couple, we only have a few, just about a handful here. So it would be one where I would dial in early. You can get as many as you need, as many as you'd like. But when you're looking at how this is done with the finishing in the back, you can see that is solid coral through and through. You've got a big enough bail. It's pretty standard size bail. It's about, I would say about 3 millimeters, 3/4. So you've got a very special way that you can add chains, even our diamonds by the yard. So maybe since the piece itself doesn't have diamonds, you want to add some diamonds with how you wear it, with the chain. So I think about all of you that have diamonds by the yard, they would be beautiful in that piece as well. I would say some of our smaller pieces will work for that. But actually, it's not even $499. So that's about as affordable as we see. So it's really, really exciting to see fine jewelry come even lower than that. But $499 it's not going to be. We're actually going to take it lower than that. So this is pretty cool value here, and all you have to do is call in. And if you're brand new and you want to try TVON jewelry and see what fine jewelry is all about when we do it with that top quality you're seeing, this is the way to do it. And it is going to be, well, how about this? It's going to be not even $399, $299, even $199. When we talk about solid gold and a precious stone, I mean, really, this is really the highest end of coral, which is an organic gem. You don't find this just anywhere. I think a lot of people see opaque stones and they figure, oh, that's a little bit more affordable, when some are, but not others, like our turquoise that we bring you out of the Sleeping Beauty mine. That's a very, very expensive stone. Then you have coral here, another very expensive stone. We're not asking for a big price tag here, and you don't even have to spend $199 or even $100. And this is why I say maybe it's gift giving time, right? Maybe you want to just treat yourself to something you don't have already, something you don't already own. Maybe you have coral, but it's some of that more typical variety that has that lighter pinky color. Well, this one is just as rock star as it gets, with the red orange, mostly red. That's when you know it's really high end, but it's only $99. $99 for the pendant. So how about that for a very special opportunity to get yourself some important gem material, but also in solid gold, just again, the white gold only on that one. And that's thrilling. So it's going to be our one only, and I think 60 seconds will probably do it, and then we'll see us move on to our next big item. But it's going to be a really good night. We've got a lot to show you, and of course, if you need a little bit of just again some joy and some happiness and some beauty in your life, this is what we are here to provide. So that's what we're going to do. And those purple Paraibas are coming up shortly. 3 to choose from, really, really big stones, as well as some of the smaller. So the beauty of it is we'll have different price points covered for you as well. So, and let's see, we've got our last, okay, so 2 already gone, thank you so much. And there we are going to see our last call on this one. 38 seconds remaining. Let me know if you'd like it. And then, of course, if we can show you anything, like I said, we got some requests that have already, sorry, our wheel's a little jumpy tonight, so it must be excited. I don't know what's going on. And what would it possibly have to be excited about? Oh, just the great jewelry and values we have? That could be it. A lot on tap for you tonight when it comes to really big values. So 18 seconds remaining. Let us know if you want that $99 coral with gold around it. And then we'll move along. We got just about every gem you could ever imagine, from conch pearls to Paraibas. They even have our largest Brazilian Paraiba. I was mentioning this the other day, so no doubt they said, why don't you show it? It's our 71-point Brazilian Paraiba, and it's also GIA certified. Don't see that every day. So we'll see that coming up. Also, I have a new piece that's actually going to be our pendant here that, talk about a big bail. This one's going to fit even like omega chains and big rope chains. It's platinum and 18 karat gold. 1126,008 is right here right now. And this is a bit of that almost leaf-like or dove's tail design that does the crossover of the 2 metals together. So it goes with everything. And it's platinum and 18K. 6008 is the item number. And we'll see what we got here. If we have a lover of diamonds, well, this is what you get. Big diamonds pave in 90 points total weight, and your round brilliant white diamonds. We've got platinum and 18 karat gold. So where you see the white metal, which is the majority of it, it's going to be that platinum. And then you've got the 18 karat, the richness of that 18 karat yellow gold, but also finished on the inside. Look at that. It's like a grid-like pattern on the undergallery. I'm going to show it to you from a distance away. All of this ample design here, that's all bail from here to here. So you've got plenty of room, and look at that. That's a nice, even a little bit lower than where the pave begins. Your bail stretches underneath, so it's going to be a nice size. So like I said, if you're always waiting for those, oh, interesting. There's a gavel up here where my ruler usually is. Oh, that's exciting. We're going to be, maybe I use the gavel for the auctions. That's exciting. And then here we go with our ruler. I know we had some a deep cleaning to our set, and so yes, things are, I found a little gavel action. That's nice. Remind me to use that for our auctions later, but take a look at this. We'll get all official. But how about this one is going to be a little bit more than an inch, about 1 1/8 inches there top to bottom. I'll try it on the neckline for you as well, if that helps you get a little idea of what that one looks like from a distance and see what that's all about. And we're going to blow it out right now. And of course goes with your everything, right? Everything that could possibly be in your jewelry wardrobe, this is going to accommodate and go with. So beautiful matching opportunity here. And yet with all that platinum and 18K, going to send it right on out for you. And it is, probably should use the big tweezers for this one, but we'll make it really, really affordable. And we'll just go ahead and send it out. You know what? First caller can have it for $24.99. I want to change it up a bit. We want to send some jewelry out of here. We got the $99 pendant still here. We've got a beautiful indicolite that's cat's eye still here if you want it. I move on, doesn't mean the pieces are gone. It just means you can call in and get what you like here. But I'm going to make this $9.99 instead, and we'll see if that lets it go. So a really big value on an important piece. And we even have Brazilian Paraiba earrings, drops. That's pretty cool. So we'll see that for you as well. I mean, just a really beautiful selection and variety, and including that big round. I can't wait to show you the 624 round blue wing block D that we have. We do have some Panther pieces. Tony was actually remarking earlier that he saw this one from a mile away. He said it's one of our beefier Panthers we have, and it's the whole Panther, like the whole body. I mean, sometimes we see the rings, that's just more or less the Panther head. We've got a whole body of 18 karat gold here in our Panther brooch. Look at this one. I mean, just because that's like as chic as you can get, right? And the satin finishing, so just a little, it's more like a looks a little bit more like a jaguar to me. I mean, really that beautiful detail there, and you can see very the nice muscle tone there with that one. Maybe it's the satin finishing that really gives it that sculpted kind of chiseled effect, but that one's coming up as well. And then I've got something really cool for our ring lovers, and this has been really popular of late by our collectors because, well, it's one of the rarest stones I can ever show you. So we might as well talk a little bit about these 3 purple Paraibas that I have. So this tends to be, first of all, color that's a little different than, let's start there. People think purple gems and they think amethyst, right? Maybe you think about some sapphires, but there is a rarest of all, which I would definitely say is 100% our purple Paraibas or our purple Cuprian albaites that are right here. Now, we do call them Paraibas. That is a correct term to use when you have a copper-bearing stone that's either blue, green, green or blue or purple. Those are the only colors you can actually distinguish as Paraibas. So that's important because this one being the purple, that is actual Paraiba material. So you got that going on. Plus, it's really one of the rarer colors you can get. Now, I have 3 in total tonight for you that's going to include a pear shape in the largest size, which you're seeing now, a pear shape that's more of a medium size, and then we have a smaller one, and that's going to be an oval. So if you love the pear shapes, you go here. If you like the bigger size, you go here. Like I was saying just Monday night, it was about this time, 48 hours ago, I brought a purple Paraiba out. It was gone before I could even price it. That's how it works. And if you're thinking, now who the heck would buy something before they know the price? Well, it is TVON. So you kind of know that it's going to be really, really affordable. And in this case, it was a lot more affordable than our collector was even anticipating. So they actually knew to say yes. And then after they'd said sold, could have left it there, brought it a lot lower in price. So this is how we shop around here. This is the 3-carat 56 that I'm loving. The next one down will be $289. Then the next oval down below that will be about a carat 65. So you've got, again, a little lay of the land there on what we have, but they're all going to go. And this is our 356 purple. It's got the beautiful color we love. It's item number 6272. I know you're going to like this, especially if you are a collector of the Paraibas. This would be the trickier one to get as far as color, right? We see more of the blue greens and the greens than we do the purples, and sometimes they're more pink. This is a real true purple, but like I was saying, if you're thinking, well, why would I buy that? I could buy an amethyst for $10 a carat. Well, this is a totally different color purple. So when I use the term purple, it does not look anything like your traditional color. It's much more of a neon, which is what we get and what we anticipate with any copper-bearing stones is they are to be neon. Take a look at this and you'll love it. It's got a big mounting too. This is really impressive because you get the mounting that is mostly baguettes wrapping around it for the halo. It's going to be all 18 karat gold, by the way. We weren't messing around with this one. We put that highest purity gold you can make jewelry out of. Then you're getting, of course, well, 356 in a pear-shaped Paraiba. And how about this diamond weight? It includes 2 carats 18 in diamonds. 218. I think that's the largest mounting carat weight we have in all of the inventory, because even our big saddle ring has 194. And then I think about some of the other great pieces we have as far as mountings where the diamonds are accentuating a center stone. That's as large as they get. 218 in mostly baguettes that are tapered. That is just lovely and very, very rare. So if you don't mind, what we're going to do is show you all 3 options, this being the most collectible of the bunch, of course, because of its size. Here's what it looks like on, and it's got great finishing on the inside in that 18 karat gold. That's the size you're getting, so you can see very, very high end, and I'll flip it around. So if you're somebody who likes your pear shape pointing away from the hand, we'll show you what that's going to look like. But it's going to be in the 18 karat white gold. I would recommend leaving it that way. And here's what we will do. Look at the beautiful brightness all the way through it. You see there's a dynamic kind of clarity to the stone that allows you to have waterfalls of color and light rippling all the way through the length of the stone as you see there, and you see it on either side. It's really impressive. But it's also going to be for a $29,999 ring. We know that that would be a little bit more pricey than we'd like to have. Now, if you actually think about that in terms of how anybody else would price the stone if they were lucky enough to have it. And I realize this is a little bit of a tougher one to really provide you with a lot of understanding of value, because most things that we would have here, there's going to be some semblance of a comparison somewhere out there. With purple Paraibas, I don't know of anybody who has one besides TVON. So when it comes to, hey, check it out, even so-and-so, the high-end designer in Rodeo, or so-and-so in New York City, or wherever you may be, whatever jeweler or how high-end you go, it's going to be a really tough task to find anybody who's heard of this stone, let alone who has it for sale. So that's where it gets a little murky as far as I can't give you a retail because it's that rare. It ain't in retail. So that's where you are looking more at what we consider really truly priceless stones. Stones that are more relegated to museums. That's where they reside. Not something that's here on a shopping network, where shopping networks sometimes have a bad rap as being all plastic jewelry, right? Not here. We can bring you that museum level quality that nobody else in the world has, quite literally, and bring it to you here affordably. So take a look at this. Not going to be $29,000, but that's the benefit we have as well, is that being private collection stones as they are, being plucked from collections that have been sometimes, in this case, it hasn't been around all that long as a gemstone, right? So I can't tell you we've had it for 40 years because the stone was only discovered in 1989, and that was only Brazil. It was the Mozambique stones and Nigerian stones that came after that. So these are stones that we haven't had for maybe hundreds of years or even decades upon decades, but it's just a newer stone. But with that said, it's already mined out. So there's no hope of getting any more. What's out there is out there. It's a finite material, and that's really what this is about. And yet, not even going to be 20,000, not even going to be 10,000. This is where I really, really have to encourage you to really think about dialing in early, because I know these are pieces that are a little more high-end museum, but that doesn't mean they won't go, because the values are just that good that we have to share with you, and that's what it's all about. So when you see something you love, you start dialing. It's not even 9,000, 8,000. 7,000. We are doing a number on these values, but I got to say, as much as this is about that collector's stone in the center, there really has to be something to say about that 2-carat 18 diamond mounting that is so gorgeous with it, because that's very high end as well, and that's a mounting that we had easily asked $79.99 for right there. So that's exciting, and it's going to be less than even 7,000, or get this, under 6,000. We'll make it $59.99. And that's going to be it. So then there are 2 to follow. So we're just going to show them to you in succession, so you see all 3 options. That way you also see different affordability levels that we bring out as well. And that's going to be coming up next. So let me know on this one. We'll give it 30 seconds. It's one to really consider. And that's going to be it. It's really, really extraordinary to see that kind of value on a stone of that level. And like I said, the next one down is only going to be a small difference in size, actually. Won't have as much diamond weight, but still a lovely mounting. So yeah, the big pear shape coming up, kind of like its kid sister, is coming up next, and that's going to be just under 3 carats, so not a huge difference in the size. And here we are. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited about this next one, because, you know, it really does. It's all the same kind of glow. It's going to be even maybe a little bit more clean. Yeah, it's going to be really good. So then we've got the smallest one available, and again, we'll get to that right after. So all coming up, one after the other. So very exciting, and here we go. It's going to be next up 112 6269 coming up next, and here it is. Watch this. We're just going to kind of leave one, let that exit stage right, bring in the other. Ooh, maybe even a little bit more neon magenta here. So that's going to be, wow, look at that, just really bright and glowy. It's very saturated, and it's 112 6269. So this will be the 289, still an 18 karat gold, by the way. So you're still getting a super high-end mounting here, and then of course, well, baguettes and diamonds, baguettes and rounds again. So see the difference there in the color, this one being a little more saturated through and through, and it's going to be our 2 carat 89 purple pink. I would say it's more purple than it is pink. It's just a little different than being it's more just about a mix that just gives it a slightly different undertone. And that's, like I said, no confusion. If you were to see that all on its own and ask somebody on the street who doesn't know the first thing about gems, they would say purple all the way. It's just a little different than your more blue purples, where you have amethyst or purple sapphires, or even for that matter, let's throw in purple diamonds with the mix, that are tend to be more purple blue, a little more lavender hues. This is definitely more of that really stark. That's where it comes in with Paraíba. That's where the whole copper manganese content comes into play, because that's what gives it its really beautiful bright neon quality. So are you ready for this? We've got another great value, but this one's going to be a little bit more affordable. So I hope that you'll dial in early. Obviously the last one with that tremendous diamond weight was, you know, more on the pricey side. This one's going to be plenty affordable for you, and it's going to be our 2 carat 89, and do not hesitate, because you know it's going to go, and this is the way it's finished, and the diamond weight on it is 89 points. So it's not only the 289, but it's got 89 points in diamonds. So not being redundant there, but just a coincidence there on those 8s and 9s. But really, really excited about this one, especially where the stone, I would say the size doesn't vary that much in the actual dimension of it. Let me try it on the hand one more time, and actually you'll see it's got some beautiful basket work the way it sits up. There's that finishing that lifts it up off the hand. So it really is like a ring within a ring to make sure that that's going to be comfortable for you, as it is just as comfortable as it is beautiful. And boy, those baguettes on the side really make it, don't they? So starting with it facing one way, and then just to flip it around the other way, here we go, where you see it, that way as well, which to me looks right side up as far as, you know, on camera here. And it's not gonna be, well, this one's interesting, $79.99, but that's a little higher than what I just had the last one for. So just to make everything make sense and kind of do the domino effect of discounts, that's exactly what we're gonna do right now. And instead of $79.99, you pay less. And that's the beauty of it. And you see that stone right there gleaming and glowing, and the lower the light source is, meaning the lower light environment you're in, the more this stone will glow. It does all the same things that the blue greens we see here traditionally. It does the same things they do. It's going to be that's what neon embodies. Neon is really something that's a term that's applied not just to copper bearing stones, but other stones as well. Mahenges, tanzanites, our tanzanites that is. And this is where you get that extraordinary example, but it's going to be a lot more affordable than even $7,000, because you know the last one we ended up bringing down to under $6,000. So that means logically this one should go less. So tumbling down it goes, and it's not going to be 7 or 6 or 5. And we have a guaranteed this will go, no question about it, because that's where, again, these stones are far more rare than where I'm pricing them at. And you know that. And you know what would happen. Think about it from this perspective. If it was the blue greens that we have almost every day, you know the ones we have every day. And when I have a 2 carat 89 and a blue green, well, let me put it this way. I had one on Monday. It was a 2 carat 99 blue green. Guess what that was? It was almost the same diamond weight as well. I think it was 10 points difference. And that was what, $14,000, which is still here if you want it. Here's the deal. We're already, well, you know what? Let's even make this one, what do you think, $4,000? That way it's $10,000 off its blue-green counterpart. But that's where we have to think about it, except this purple color is far more rare than the blue-greens are. So that's what you have to really remember and consider here. And look at that solid white diamond round brilliance leading into those tapered baguettes that you have there, the 3 of them together. I love the way that they run right into the sides, east and west. They really frame that stone sides beautifully, and yet follow the angles, follow the lines of the pear shape. It's not $39.99, and this is a value already. When we tell you this is going to go, it's going to go. This is one of the rarest stones I can possibly bring you, and I bring you every single day for 3 hours a day. I bring you nothing but rare. Right? It's always the best quality of everything out in the world, and stones you will not find anywhere else. So the fact that this is one of the rarest we can bring on this show tells you something, and it's not even going to be $39.99. We have one. It's going to go, and then our next size down is coming up. This one may already be gone. That's what's been happening with these pieces, and that is all really a testament to our value, is that when they go, and you can say sold whenever you want to ensure that you get it and beat out everyone else, but at the same token, I'm going to make it the very best price I can. I've been selling this stone since 2004. I was the first on TV to do it. They were loose back then. They were only sold in loose, as loose stones, collectibles really, and they weren't always gem quality. A lot of them, as most tourmalines are, were very hazy and included and cloudy. Simply not the case here with this one. It's just bright, and that's why it gets the love with all the gold and diamonds here in the 18K love. So it's not even going to be, well, let's make it even better than $3,500 or $3,499. Going to send it on out and get you a major value. It's not $3,000 for a purple Paraíba. I just, again, I can't get over it. It's $29.99. First caller scenario, we've got the smallest, which is not small, but we've got the smallest of the 3. This one's already sold. Congratulations and thank you. And then here's our last one, which, wow, look how clean that one is. This is going to get you carat 65, so come on in because it's our last. And then, of course, the one pear shape you just saw is already gone. The only one left is the larger. And now we have the oval. The oval, which is just as bright and gemmy as possible. Same color, but even a little bit brighter here. It's our carat 65 oval with 70 points in diamonds. Item number is 6223. Oh, how about that? So here we go. Ready to show you something amazing. And I know you know how quick that last one went, so I wouldn't wait if I were you on this one if you're looking to be collecting this stone. It is just a beauty, isn't it? Mostly purple. Subtle undertone of the pinks that are still like this beautiful fuchsia type of color. And it is going to be very, very exciting because this one, well, I got to make it under $29.99, don't I? Because the stone I just had went that low, went out the door quickly. Can we make this even better than $19.99? I'm about to. And we'll show it to you on the hand. It is very special. And watch this. Oh, the stone is so clean. I mean, when do you ever see a tourmaline of any kind, copper or not, that has this kind of clarity to it? Look at the ripple effect of light all the way through. And it's not going to be 19, 18, 17. Oh, come on in. I know we've got a light audience tonight for obvious reasons, right? We know that. But we are here to bring you value in lieu of that. I mean, we're talking about some of the greatest values, and we'll just keep on knocking them down so that everything can go. And it's only going to be $1,699. Oh, that is just extraordinary, isn't it? And that 70 points in diamonds, really classic type of setting style that you have there. And it is for one color only, and we'll see who's got it. And that's, again, one of the rarest colors I can show you in a copper bearing. And don't forget, if your name is Linda S. was talking about a big indicolite cat's eye. Wanted to see that on Monday. We ran out of time. We've got a couple of pieces for Bach. We've got some tanzanites to show you. I think maybe, Jason, are you going to take this oval? Looks like he's looking at it pretty closely. And that one may be gone. Also, we have a great value on a trillion tanzanite. I'm just so thrilled to have those. And you've seen all three that we have tonight. You'd like the oval. All right, that one is sold. Congratulations. I'm going to show these as best I can. They do not sit up on their own very well, and they're an earring in Brazilian Paraíba. So we figured while we're on this Paraíba track, and it looks like are they hooked together? Couldn't do that if I tried. Let me show you this earring here. I'm going to go ahead and just pop one in for a look. They're Brazilian Paraíbas and earrings, which we don't normally see. I'll get you a look at both of them here. They're going to be a platinum setting. 112-3700 is the item number here, and they're going to be that beautiful, almost like starlight, starbright, snowflake kind of look with the Brazilian Paraíbas in the middle of it all, and a great look in platinum. This is going to be best probably shown on the hand here so you can see what they do as far as how they drop, their length, their movement they're going to give you, as well as seeing them upright here. So it's a very pretty kind of snowflake type of look that they have, and winter approaching, so why not, right? But again, really more floral and just kind of icy when you see them from a distance away. They're item number 3700. They're platinum. There's 4 points total weight into Paraíbas here, and they're 3/4 of an inch top to bottom. I would say not 7/8. I would say more like 3/4. So there's a carat of weight in diamonds, so a good diamond weight that you're getting here as well. And then I'll make sure and pop one on for you so you can see it. It's going to be tough for me to be in two places at once. So let me just show you. I know that's going to be a weird angle, and I'm sorry it's not the best look at it, but I want to get my my hands on these so I can go ahead and try them on, because I think that's what you're really going to be after here, is seeing how they look on the ear before we go any further, because that's really the important thing here, is seeing how they drop and how they move and how much look they give. And I'm just going to balance it there, but you can see how great that looks. Actually, it's kind of attached to my other earring probably, so that's why it's not going to be the best look, but go ahead and take a look anyways. It's just meant for really to give you the look of the size there and how they're going to sit on the ear, but they're incredibly affordable, and so I could try to get that out of the way a little bit more and just stay right there. It won't take me long. And then you can see how these face forward here. So they are going to be a perfect little look here, and that great idea where they have that great movement to them. And then we'll take a look at them back up close, and I'll prop them up for you so you can see what this is all about. And they do have this platinum backing, but they're going to still have those little silicone stoppers. And you know what? I just realized there's a little basket in the back, so I'll hold them behind, and that'll help you out. But there's still a core of platinum. It's just easier to have that little silicone wrapped around them, so it makes it easier for you to grip. And so you can easily put them on. And then, of course, that little stack, that trio of diamonds that's at the very top, like a little stiletto before you get to your sparkling snowflake. And it's going to be, well, let's make this earring really easy. Reminder, you are getting two. You're getting a pair. I just have the other one still on, and yet we'll make these super, super affordable and just send them out in a hurry. They're going to be $9.99 for the pair. So a really special way to go to get Brazilian Paraíbas. And then here is the other. So give me just a moment here, and I'll show you both together so you can see, because this is just the trickiest one in the whole world to set up. But there's one, and here's the other, and you can see the matching they have. But just a really, really important style to get. And yet those Brazilian Paraíbas at 2 points a piece is really what's going to make it. Those are, I know, not big stones if you consider other gems of the world, but when you consider Brazilian Paraíbas, they're plenty large, and they're actually pear shapes. I might have said ovals at first. I think they are some. It was just a glance, and look at that. It's actually a pear shape of the Brazilian Paraíbas. So a pair of 2 pointers there, and then your diamonds every which way, and they're under $1,000, and that's pretty impressive to get anything in Brazilian Paraíba, and that's an earring. So we'd love to have those. And then congrats if you get them. I'm going to keep on moving because we've got an incredible opal to show you. I've got this one that's brand new. This is a pear shape as well. Take a look at this opal. Well, that's really nice, and that's a deep, dark kind of really super cool here, that lightning ridge material that we love, and yet it is going to be a fabulous way to go. And we do have, let me zoom back a little bit, 112-6063 is your item number here. And this is going to be a wild moment here because you've got the bigger stone. It's going to have a carat weight of 160, actually 206 rather. So a 206, nice size opal. And of course it's in that 18 karat gold. Yellow gold is how it stays. It's that really rich tone we love to see, but then you're also getting a little mix here. Bezel set diamonds, as well as also getting the fabulous 206 opal. Then you've got the 19 points in the diamonds, a bezel set right at the top and the bottom, directly north and south. The rest of the diamonds are all pave into this sweep of the 18 karat gold, and we love to see them. But you know what I'm going to do really quickly here? Really quick value, $49.99 should be price tagged tonight. That's because it's a really stellar opal. And there you can see all the different colors. Almost like, who needs to get a color changing stone? When you have a good play of color stone where that's your phenomenal effect, well, it's like you get a color change without complicating things, right? Color change stones, you have to change your whole light environment. It can be tricky to actually see that color change ever take place. But here's where you get, just by a little subtle movement, you get a really beautiful way that you're seeing different patterns, different colors all the time. And that's really the fun of having a good opal. Not all opals do this, of course, but you have a stunning, stunning piece of jewelry here. And of course, that's what it looks like from the interior. It's all natural opal through and through. We'll take a look at it here on the hand so you get an idea of the size, because opals are very misleading, but in a good way. They're going to look a lot bigger than they actually weigh. And here's what we'll do. Instead of $49.99, we have one piece. 18 karat gold's how it stays. I do have to remind you that opals, they will look much bigger and better. Obviously, they look bigger than they weigh. We know that, but they also look much better as far as the colors that you see when they're away from the hot light. I just saw an example of that just by picking it up and trying it on. So we've got a really, really stunning look here. Thank you. We've got Lisa's request next. So Lisa will show you your two great requests coming up. But this is not even, well, $2,500 is half off. We're going to take it a lot lower, make it $19.99 for one caller only. And then we've got a couple of pieces to recap from our Monday night show. And we'll do that next, one being a very large turquoise necklace, and then we'll also have a great looking mandarin garnet for you. So Lisa, thank you for those requests. Also, I don't know if you were with me on Monday, but Monday night I introduced you to a new collection of stones in blue-green tourmalines that look like this, although we didn't have this one on Monday. And it's around, and if you're thinking, now anybody want to guess what that stone is? Because if you've ever watched my show before, you go, that's easy, I know. And you're probably right. But we'll tell you if you're exactly right coming up in a little bit. That's the stone I would stick around for, because that's going to go very quickly. And it's kind of like our purple Paraibas, but of course that blue-green color. All right, next up is 112-4493. Thank you, Lisa, again for the request. If there is anything you want to see, even from a previous show, maybe you're not getting us live these days because our cable viewers have been not available with us for the last month or so. So if you just catch up on shows online and want to check on availability, well, this is a good time to answer your question and see the piece again. But this is 112-4493. It's an 8-carat oval stone here. This is our Sleeping Beauty turquoise that we love so much. It's one huge piece. We're talking a hunk of turquoise here, a big old stone, solid all the way through, and I'll show you that. From the inside through the basket, you see that great color. Then it's 12 points in diamonds, and we're even throwing in a nice chain. But see, we throw in chains all the time, so you guys are used to that. But what I want to mention about this chain is that the chain itself has 2 diamonds that are bezel set as well, not to mention adjustability. So you've got something that you are going to love to wear, not only with this turquoise pendant, but a lot of pendants that you might have at home. And I know you have more than one pendant probably. If you have one, you have more than one, right? It's always the way it works, because you have a lot of good necklaces that you probably love, and maybe that chain that you've been wearing for years maybe could stand for a little upgrading. Well, there you have it. This is designed to give you a diamond if you want on either side of the pendant, as you see there. And yet diamonds in the bail, 1 diamond directly up top over the turquoise centered up. And we've got, let me show you that adjustability, because it also comes with a lobster claw closure, not just a spring ring, but we upgraded that closure. We gave you a 16, 17, and 18-inch length to choose from. The double diamonds that are bezel set, the sparkle diamond cutting to the chain. So it is just about as deluxe as it gets. And yeah, that piece will come right off that chain, and it means you can use the chain with other things or wear it all by itself. Why not? You could wear that all by itself to have that diamonds by the yard yard effect that we love. Here's what it looks like from a distance away, so you can see how bright and bold that color is. Of course, there's nothing quite like a really, really good turquoise, and that is one of them. So here we are, looking at it again close up here for you, where there's just one great piece, of course, in that fabulous, I mean, we're talking fabulous white gold is a great combination when you've got this many diamonds around it. And it is the largest Sleeping Beauty turquoise we have, by the way. So that's also key. And it's not going to be that $39.99 where it started. Brought it down. Let me do that again. And we'll make it super affordable. How about $9.99 for the first caller on that one? And one huge turquoise stone at 8 carats. And yes, it's not long before we show. I'm going to get to our Mandarin request also, and then we'll get to that round new find Brazilian tourmaline that looked like the world's best Paraíba. I just have to call it tourmaline, which Paraíbas are tourmalines. We'll get there. If you missed it on Monday, we'll tell you all about it. We've got a new find for you, and we just had 3 individual pieces on Monday. We'll bring you one here tonight, and it's the fabulous round, and it's well over a carat. So we're very excited about that one. But let me know, Lisa, what you think of that one. And then here's the Mandarin garnet you asked for. It's 112-4183. Well, this is a very pretty modern, but very classic type of mounting that you have here. We keep the diamonds simple, and we put in the really big diamonds, but just 3 on each side, and they go large, medium, and smaller down the sides of this band. It's going to be our 157 pear-shaped Mandarin. Thrilled to bring it. That turquoise is still available. You do not need to be the requester. We like to say that because I would say only about 5% of the time does a request go out to the requester. So this is where, again, you're welcome to dial in if you'd like it. If that's your dream turquoise that we had, do not let it slip by. Here's the 157 Mandarin pear. Just a stunning, bright, clean, again, an ultra neon stone here. One of the top stones when it comes to elevating value, rarity, and scarcity all across the world right now. A talked about stone, a much desired stone. A stone that's really collectible because, again, it's not something you find everywhere. I've only seen a couple in retail ever in existence, so it's not something you see a lot of, primarily even if you're out there in the jewelry stores or doing those searches on the net, or you're looking around at stores that you have locally. You just don't see a lot of this material. Keeping the diamond simple at 22 points, but adding those bigger rounds that you have all the way down the sides. And, of course, Will, a major value here with 22 points in the diamonds. White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. Please choose your favorite gold color. We know the Mandarin looks good no matter what. So that's a very important piece, and yet it is going to be on its way. Let's see who wants it. Come on in, guys. It's only $888 for a 157 Mandarin garnet. That's a brand new reduction from the last time it actually debuted on the air. It was much higher. It was actually here for $1777. So now to bring that price tag even further below that great price we had formerly, that's really nice. And there you can see what it looks like all centered up on the hand. That's one way to wear it. We'll switch that pear shape around as well, so you can see it from different angles and different looks there. But that is a special way to go if you want a more simple, very stately kind of, you know, there's nothing complex about this mounting, but what it is it's not lacking workmanship because those bigger diamonds you have are set into the band. So there's something really, again, sleek about it, kind of modern to the feel because of the diamonds. They're not prong set like most every diamond is. You either have prongs or micro prongs, right? Micro prongs being in pave. This is where the stones are actually carved and they're set. Look at that. They're big. They're really big stones. I mean, you only have 6 of them. So, you know, we know on average what they would be when you can obviously clearly see that they're going bigger, medium, and smaller, but on average even they're about 4 points. So you've got bigger than that and smaller than that as it really graduates down the sides of this ring, but it's a very special look. And remember, you can choose the yellow or the rose too. So that's an option as well. But who else in the world is making a Mandarin garnet $888? Nobody that I know of, but again, rare as can be. So a huge moment to take advantage if you like a Mandarin garnet, not to mention January's birthstone, one of many. Obviously, we know the garnet family is just excels in bringing you a lot of variety and colors and different sources as well, but this being one of the rarest out there. So let's take a look at it one more time. $888 if you'd like to get it, and then we're going to move on. Yes, we're going to bring that Paraíba looking stone. And if you guessed Paraíba, you're pretty close, and you may be right on. You may be right, you may be wrong. We'll explain. We've got that coming up next. And 2 panther pieces. I do have one of those draped panther styles as well with sapphires for the first time. We have seen a couple with rubies and some with diamonds, but we have that. Ooh, look at that. The texture of the spotted leopard design with those beautiful blue sapphire rounds. Okay, so I think we're all ready for this. And like I said, requests don't always go to the requester. it means you can call in and grab it if you'd like to. Please do take advantage of all these opportunities. We are really discounting around here these last few weeks. Again, some issues with getting our satellite signal up to some of our cable viewers. So all of our cables out. So again, really, really a good time. And it's not our issue. Otherwise, it'd be fixed. And so again, we are really, really helping y'all that, do get to see us here. Luckily on these weeknights, we get to really bring these values down and really dig deep on these discounts. So a lot of fun to be able to do that. So I've seen values my whole life, but I've never quite seen anything like what we've been sharing with you the last few days. So here we are. This stone is obviously going to go. Here's what I would recommend, because I say it all the time, and then a lot of you say, well, she says that all the time. So it just becomes something that we hear like white noise. But when I tell you that we've got only one and it's going to go, and you might want to be on the phone lines if you're already loving what you're seeing here, and even if you think it's going to be a $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 piece, that's why I'm asking you to get on the phone lines, because if I can help you feel very confident here, it is nowhere near tens of thousands of dollars that it rightfully should be. It is a one only. I wish we had a dozen of them. I wish I had 300 of them. We could sell out every single one, even with a limited audience. But that's the thing. We have one stone. I introduced this stone to you. It was kind of a reintroduction, but for most of us it was an introduction, because the last time I'd had this little tiny collection of stones was way back about 2.5 years ago. So a lot of you are probably new since then and don't even remember when I had a handful of stones years ago. This is Brazilian tourmaline. It's a new find of Brazilian tourmaline. You're going, wait a minute, I've heard of tourmaline from Brazil. Isn't that like the small stones we saw in the platinum earrings a few minutes ago, where they're teeny tiny little bright, Brazilian paraíbas? Yeah, that was the original source of paraíba ever, was found in Brazil back in 1989. It was the first discovery ever of copper-bearing stones. It is what introduced the world to this really rare variety of copper-bearing tourmalines. However, this is the breaking news. You know that after the fact, when those Brazilian stones were mined out, they found some material over in Mozambique and Nigeria, across the world, but that vein, in essence, continued before continental drift took place, right? So we know that there have been 2 other finds. They're all mined out. Is it possible that we have now come across a brand new find of tourmaline that may be copper-bearing? Certainly the visual ID would suggest yes. This is a new find. I brought you 3 stones on Monday. Here's the only one we have here tonight, which is the round, and it's the only round that we've seen, and oh, is it dazzling. It is the essence of blue-green. It is 100% the look of a paraíba. I just can't tell you if it is paraíba or if it's just tourmaline, because the testing hasn't been done. There has to be, it's a lot more complex than one might believe. You have to, first of all, have a lot of material and have access to that material, and then do some really comprehensive testing to actually definitively judge whether it actually has copper content or not. So it certainly looks like it does. It's from Brazil. I'm not allowed to say, Brazil's a big place. I'm not allowed to talk about the exact location, as they are still there trying to get more material for us. We have an exclusive agreement. They won't be popping up anywhere else, because we actually know well the miners who actually discovered this gem material recently. Okay? It was a couple years ago. Then it's been closed ever since. They just got back in to this location, and I can't even get into the reason why there was a hiatus, but again, at some point, maybe we'll be able to tell you. But again, it's not because I want to withhold information. I never do. I'm a journalist by trade, by education. I always want to share as much knowledge as I can with you, but there are certain times where it becomes a little bit of a security risk. I mean, this is a highly valuable stone that is being mined in a new capacity. So there are miners there right now currently. So we never like to put, mining's dangerous as it is, as I always tell you. We never want to put anybody, human lives at risk over, being the fact that we are a broadcast that can be seen anywhere in the world. So I'm going to be a little bit quiet about where this exact locale is, just to try and, protect and keep security at its most, high level. But this is really an important stone, and anything that comes out we hope to get that's of gem quality. Now, as far as the size on this stone, first of all, it's 6155. We got to get the boring stuff out of the way before we can talk good stuff. This is a round that is a carat 34. So remember, we don't see a lot of paraíbas, whether they're from Mozambique, Nigeria, or Brazil. They come in big sizes like that. So that's a big plus. It's the round cut, which is also big plus. And it's got a great diamond weight around it, which is one of our newer mountings. Let's take a look, which also has a 70-point diamond weight. And there's only one, and it's doing everything we ask paraíba to do. It's neon. It's 50-50 blue-green split, but blended together, right? Let me show it on the hand here. And watch this stone just light up Is anybody on the line thinking about it so far? How affordable do you think we should make it? Because we're the exclusive source for it. We only have, now I still have 3 stones available from Monday. I think a lot of you might have skipped out on me on Monday, and that's okay. But if you want to see the stones I had on Monday, I think they're all here for you. We've got this one being the only round, though, and it just is fantastic. It is tourmaline. The only thing we don't know is, does it have copper and manganese that are giving it that color? It's certainly, from everything I know, I've studied at GIA for years and years and years, from everything we all know, it certainly looks like it does. And we'll find out at some point. I don't know when exactly. We will find out. We will share that with you. But the bottom line is, it's also beautiful. It's a beautiful stone. I'm going to make it affordable. It's supposed to be $49.99. Let me help you, because I've got carte blanche to discount everything because of that scenario we're having with our viewers, or lack thereof. So you guys are the lucky ones. You're getting these big values. I'm going to take you to the most unbelievable deal, even on a mounting that I've only had now. This is the 3rd time, and this mounting has been with cornflower blues and really exotic stones, and it's expensive to make that mounting. I don't care. I want to get you the prettiest stone I think we have tonight and blow it out for less than even $2,500, which is already half off. And you can say sold when you want. It's going to be for one caller. Change the gold if you want. If you want yellow rose, no problem. But it's not even $2,000. It's $1,999 for the first caller on a carat 34 that looks like that. The beautiful bright neon, the clarity is there, and it's $1,999. Now, who's going to get it? That's the big question. Is it Jess? Is it Tim? Let's find out who's got it. It is a one only, and look at how dynamic that carat 34 is. Out of Brazil, no less. If it does turn out, if we find out that in the not so distant future that that's a copper bearing stone, can you even imagine what that should be, or what it should cost, or what it's worth? We have Paraíbas all the time. I can tell you right now, my most recent carat and a third stone sold for over $7,000. We've got this one for under $2,000, $1,999. Tim, did you pick this one up or something else? Okay, so this one's verifying. We're going to move on. It's here at the moment. Oh my goodness, wow. So what is it with these Brazilian stones? I think they're the prettiest stones we have because they are literally Paraíba look. I mean, they look exactly like our $30,000, our $40,000, our $50,000 Paraíbas. And yet the only difference is they're not priced that way, and that's because, again, the inherent difference is, do you have this one? All right, that one is sold. Congratulations. I'm going to show you something else here that's really, really important in tanzanite, just for my tanzanite lovers who want a value. This is 1125386. Look at that. That is a Blue Wing Block D Trillion. Exceptional. And it's 18 karat solid gold yet again. We got a really good one here for you. Trillion cut in the pendant. Absolute dynamic stone here, and yeah, it's 11 karat 60, plus it's 18K, which we rarely see in pendants, but this one deserved every upgrade possible. Then you also have 69 points in diamonds. They're going to go all the way around it, and including the pave in the bail to really dress that up for you. And then, oh yay, who's asking for this one? Gary and Mary, it's my favorite speen. Well, it's obviously the best speen we've had, so I'm digging it. So we'll show that next. The speen pendant's coming out to play as well. But here we are with our 1160 with the 69 points in diamonds. There's some great finishing as well that's in that basket work where you see its little kind of scalloped cutout details there. I'm going to show you on the hand, and then we're going to get your price tag. That is just not just a price tag, but a blowout. And that's what it looks like from a distance. I know there have been a lot of you thinking about larger pendants, maybe to go with rings to complement the favorite blue wings you have in your rings, in your earrings. It's about 1.25 inches, top to bottom. Let me show it to you on the neckline. That'll give you a little better idea of the size here, so you can see what that one's all about. And then we're going to send it on out of here, and it's going to go in a hurry. We know that much. Take a look at it again up close, and we will see who's going to take it. This is about as good as they get. And of course, something special always about the Trillion cuts, because they're going to deliver to you a brilliance that only really 2 cuts can do, and that is the round and the Trillion material. Only they are really going to be responsible for giving that kind of flash and brilliance. And here's what we'll do for pricing. Used to be $16,999. Now we're taking this 1160 fancy cut even lower for you, and it's not $69.99. I'd love to know, Jess, who got that Brazilian tourmaline. I am so happy for Josie. Is she excited? She's going to absolutely lose her mind when she gets that. Enjoy it, Josie, enjoy. And then here we go with this one, better than 69, better than 59. Oh, you don't see 11 karat 60s do this. We'll make it only $4,999. And that means with the diamonds and the gold, you're spending about $430 a carat for that stone on a massive trillion cut museum reserve. Okay, coming up next is the big Sphene pendant. We got some great pendants here, no doubt. And we are going to bring big top of the hours coming up in about 5.5 minutes. We do have some panther pieces. We've got a gorgeous aqua. My largest chameleon diamond is on blowout. But let's take a look at this. I have had this over the course of the last few days, and just absolutely having sold probably more Sphenes than anybody else on planet Earth. I have been so just in complete awe of this stone. The 926 is here. It's 1126014. Call me on the trillion cut. This is Sphene at its biggest and best capacity here. It's not just Sphene. It's a color-changing Sphene. I always recommend that Sphenes, if you are somebody who's nervous about Sphenes because you know they are a little softer in their hardness on the Mohs scale, well, and they are, there's something you need to be cautious when you wear them as rings, and that's okay. It's not like you look at it and it breaks. It's not that kind of thing. You just don't want to give it any harsh blows. And rings are a little more susceptible to that than certainly a pendant, which is around your neckline. This is the way you wear a soft stone and never have to worry about it. And look how dynamic this is. Platinum setting. Chain comes with it. The chain is very long. Yes, you've got already thinking about this one, and I want to remind you it's a carat 13 in diamonds.
I have a Mary on the line.
Does she love it? You know what? Has she seen it on the hand, the size of this piece? She probably knows by now. We took the $13,000 pendant with chain included. It's adjustable. It's 18 inches. You can make it as short as you'd like to, but up to 18 inches in length. And then here's what it looks like from a distance away. And that is down from $13,000 to only $49.99. One caller only, and we've only got minutes left until the top of the hour. You know we're going to bring you something special. Thank you so much on that one. That one is sold. You know what we can do, Tony, is stay on the hand there, because I want to bring this panther style out. I gave you a little flash, and I want to show you our one-of-a-kind panther style that is so iconic. 112-6018 is coming up right now. Well, isn't this a statement? Isn't it beautiful? It's definitely, again, we see these a lot in just gold out in the designer world. This is 18K, solid, 112-6018. Want to give you a look at the length here. It's going to have sapphires and sapphires only. It's no diamonds, but adding the beautiful blue, brilliant cut round sapphires. They're going to be, let's see, the whole piece, including the bail, is about 1.25 inches there. And then you've got that beautiful drape style. Actually, I think there was a diamond in the eye. That's an accent. We'll show you up close here in a minute. I just wanted you to see it, all the different angles first, to get you an idea of the size. The carat weight on the sapphires, 52 points. In the sapphires, they're set into a very textured yellow gold setting. And then, of course, here's what it looks like on from a distance, just because I think that gives you a much better idea of what it looks like from a distance away. And then let's take it up close so you can see all the details of this incredible, powerful cat style here. And yet, look at that. See, there is going to be, let's see, I love the texture too. They did such a good job where it's not easy to do, because you first take the mirror finishing of the piece, then you have to carve that away to create those little spots, and then you have to texture inside the spots as well. And it does. I'm looking to see, does it have a diamond in the eye? I think it does. Let me see. It's really hard to hold it steady for you with that movable door knocker style bail, but it does. Let me see. Cannot tell. But that's going to have all that great sapphire detail. What do you think? Really cool look there. And we'll come in a little closer here, examine the facial features of this very fierce kitty cat. And there you have it. So just a really good look. That's a special piece there, isn't it? Great idea. So you've got all the texturing done. You can see the bail's a little different, so that stands out, the way that's done with a little bit of a kind of a carved kind of style there. And we'll blow it out right now. First caller can have it. It's under $2,000, which we never see take place on these panther pieces, but we're actually making it better than $19.99. See, it pays to shop your high-end designer pieces here as opposed to the big designers that you know of that are so, again, synonymous with these status looks. We're going to make this even better than $18.88 or $17.99. One caller takes it. That is the problem. We have one-of-a-kinds on almost everything I bring you. So it is time to dial, and quickly, but we'll make it $17.77 for one caller on that one only. So a great chance to pick up A beautiful and very fierce piece, and yet iconic, really. And I could see this on a number of chains, honestly, with the texture of the gold, the mirror finishing of the gold. You can really choose a wide range of chains that are all going to work with it, whether it's a smooth box link, whether it's a little more textured of a rope chain. You'll be able to really play with it, and it'll always work. So we're going to move on, 1777. And then I have one more minute here, so before the hour begins. And so what I was going to do is show you this aqua, because I think this aqua, being brand new, is one for the ages. And yep, Sierra Santa Maria, round, just statement making here. No question about it. We can come in a little closer from our big panther and show you here what Sierra Santa Maria is all about. 112-6211 is happening right now. And then again, we've got a few requests set aside. So if you had a request that you made and you want to see your piece, well, we've got it. Still have the other previous requests, like the mandarin garnet and the turquoise necklace, are still here as well. So you can grab those if you'd like. And then we're going to show you a big top of the hour special, which are those diamond earrings I was telling you all about. That's coming up as well. But we've shown you a lot of great jewelry, so a lot to consider. I'm going to give you some great carat weights here. And then I think you're going to be very excited about this. Sierra Santa Maria at a 368 size. That's not it, though. It's the round Portuguese cut. Has a 111 diamond weight around that, and just framed to perfection, white, yellow, or rose gold. Honestly, that stone, normally everybody tells you shy away from yellow gold with aqua. That's when you see typical aquas, because they have barely any color. Not this stone. Honestly, I think everyone's going to think you're wearing a blue diamond that's worth millions and millions of dollars. That's the look it has, and then coupled with the sparkle. Want to welcome you all to the show. Welcome into our hour number 2 here. Tonight on a Wednesday, we are live with you. So glad you're with us. My name is Lauren Blair. This is TVON. We have a really incredible 2 hours planned for you that includes wheels and discounts, and great top of the hour diamond earrings are next. This is the first thing to go, though, of this hour. It's got to be this aqua. It is prime material. Best of the best. It goes from a mine. This is in Brazil, and the mine is mined out, by the way. So no hope of getting any more. Part of the reason why you can see these stones out of the aquamarine world go for as much as Paraíbas do, because there were only a few ever that were mined from this source and that had that dynamic of a color. Usually, you know, aquas, they're barely their color. They look like that ecru wall behind me, right? That's more typical of an aqua. Here's where you get that really dynamic punch of sky blue, really incredible look, and it's not going to be, well, I'm glad we're getting away from $69.99 tonight. Here's what it looks like from a distance on the hand. Again, the sparkle is not a special effect, unless you call the great faceting by that lapidary a special effect. That is forever omnipresent in the stone. You're talking about a sparkle that is not a star filter. It's not a light effect. This ain't no Hollywood special kind of, we don't do any of that. We might be the only network in California, but we don't do the Hollywood stuff. We don't do those, we don't, you know, play with these gems. The gems speak for themselves. They do what needs to be done, which is take the great color, and then lapidaries, really skilled artists, if you will. They're the ones who have the knowledge behind how to take a great stone and make it even better thanks to faceting. And that's what that round really embodies. It's not going to be $69.99. Don't worry. It's a beautiful value. I know these big aquas get pricey. I know they should. I know they're $60,000 and $70,000 a carat when you find them even in estate pieces, pieces that are worn, pieces that are used. But hey, you can't fault that. It's usually the only way to actually find Sierra Santa Maria is to go back and get a piece that's been formerly owned. Because remember, this mine hasn't been in production for many, many years. So there's really, again, if you're looking for new, it's not going to happen. That's why you shop here. We can bring out these private collection stones that have been here for decades as part of one of the biggest gem collections and one of the best gem collections in the world. And what we are, we're not just a shopping network. I know that's what we seem like because we are here on television and we're offering things with graphics and a price tag, and you can call up and order it. But we're not like other places, and really there's no one that does what we do because we're bringing, it's more like a family sharing their collectible gems with you, our TVON family. So it's really, it's having a family member in the business that wants to, instead of sell you gems, we want to share our gems, share our collection, share our museum. Didn't we have a shopper just a couple hours ago say, I want to see one of those private collection pieces, because you know, you're not going to find that anywhere else. We're sharing stones that have, in some cases, have been here for hundreds of years in a private familial collection that are now being shared with you all at home and at really exceptional values, better than what you'd pay for the really basic material. So instead of $69.99, you don't have to pay anywhere near that. We are truly blowing it out. We are making this better. It's brand new right now. You get it in white, yellow, rose, and we're going to size it for you. Let me ship it to your doorstep for free. Let's do all of that so that you have the luxury of owning something at a great value. In a couple days, you're wearing it. You're wearing it. It's on your hand. You're loving it and enjoying it and maybe getting the best aqua that we've ever seen in that round. And it's not even half of that price at $3,500. Okay, now we're talking about a value. And then we'll get to those diamond earrings that I've been telling you about, which are so magnificent. Diamond earrings that I really do feel and believe are the best diamond earrings we have in our collection, and they're not expensive. So here's what I'm going to do. Instead of $35,000, instead of $3,000, it's going to take that kind of discounting. We've got about a little fraction of our viewership that we normally have, and we're going on a month with that now. So here's what I'm going to do. We get lots of discounting opportunities for you. We get to bring everything down to try and make sure that we still got to move a lot of jewelry here, and we're not even asking for $3,000 or $2,999. So here's the way you get it. Here is the moment to shine, and quite literally, because no aqua is going to shine like this, then you got to stay with me. The diamond earrings are, okay, I'm going to say it, must have. Two words that I rarely say on TV, but I'm going to tell you they are must-haves coming up. But take a look at this. And it's not going to be $29.99. Let's make them even more affordable, or this one even more affordable. It's going to be $2,499 for the very first caller, and that's it. Then the earrings are on the way. I've already got them ready to go. They're in my hand. They are ready to be seen, and they are ready. So this is going to be, whether it's holiday gifting that you want to get a jump start on, whether it's the diamond earring you never thought you'd be able to afford. Maybe you just don't like small earrings and you realize for studs, they're so small and you still have to spend so much money. I'm going to show you the solution to all of that coming up for our big top of the hour. So this one's $24.99 for an unbelievable aqua. Best I think we've got in the inventory right now, and that is the one to own. Okay, so it's diamond stud time. And this is officially our top of the hour. And some of you may know these. Some of you may own these. Some of you may already have been gifting them. But for those of you that don't, for those of you that are newer, have never seen this show, maybe if you're newer to our world of just straight up VS diamonds, hello, welcome in. Because this is, to me, the must-have earring. Let me know who's got the aqua. So when that's gone, it's gone. We have 2 people verifying on it right now, but I think we're ready for a little top of the hour extravaganza. In for my money, and I'm very familiar with this inventory, being here every day and offering hundreds of pieces of fine jewelry every day to you, having been here nearly 8 years with an anniversary just a few days away. Honestly, this is the one that I recommend over all of our other earrings. And if you don't mind, I'm going to come in all the way here, and we want to get real up close, and I want to make sure, there we go, that we're 100% focused, because look at that sparkle. Look at this earring. This is what I deem must have. 112-0882. It was, yes, thank you, Aquamarine is sold. I have to say, I'm going to just give you a little background on why and how this arrived here, because this is not something we would typically offer at this point in time, because let's be honest, we're losing a lot of money on them, okay? That's why I deem it a top of the hour, yes. So I was just going to tell a story here. Is that Jo Beth on the line? Okay, so I hope she doesn't mind me saying, but Jo Beth and her daughter Ashley have been shopping with me for a lot of years, right? You'll have to let me know. I mean, ask her how many years we've been shopping together, probably 15 or 20. And she messages me the other day and says, you know what, Lolo, come through for me. I hope you can help me. My daughter lost one of her diamond studs. We've all been there. She said she lost one of her diamond studs. They're from me from years ago, and it was a style we didn't even have anymore. And I said, well, we really only have 2 pairs of true studs. It's the 1 carat total weight, which are $19.99, and the 2 carat total weight, which are $7,000. And then I said, wait, here's what I would actually recommend. And I got them out. I gave her the whole, the heads up on Monday, showed them to her via photograph, and said, how about these? And because nobody ever wants to replace a diamond. We've all been there. We've all lost earrings. We've all maybe passed earrings down, what have you, right? Or maybe, I think the biggest dilemma with diamond earrings is that we can never really, unless you are made of money, you can never really afford the big diamonds you want in natural material, right? Because even a stud, as basic and simple as it is, when you get up into big sizes, they're so costly, especially if you care about quality, and I know you and I do. So then you're going, I need to buy an I2, I3 cloudy stone. I'm still spending tens of thousands of dollars to get a good size. This is why I recommend this earring above all others that we have here. And we have hundreds of earrings, but we also have really classic studs that we can bring you. But like I said, the 1 carat total weights, which are quite small, overall it's a half carat in each ear. They're not huge, right? They're $2,000, and that's a great value. We'll beat anybody in the industry. At this point now, we're competing with lab-grown, and we'll beat them too. We do. We beat lab-grown diamond prices. We really do. But this is the one I recommend because it gives you the bigger size, diameter-wise, because it's not just a stud. It's a stud with a halo. And the halo aren't microscopic little itty-bitty diamonds. They're big diamonds. So you get a really big overall diameter, giving you more like what you would get if you were shopping a 5 or 6 carat total weight stud, which I don't know about you, but I don't have that kind of money. That'd be 3 carats in each ear. Those cost, if you're looking at decent quality, they are tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars. I don't think it's worth spending that. I'll tell you why. This is the solution. Gets you 64 points in the centers, but with that halo around it, they look like they're half carats or more. Then you get 42 points in additional diamonds. So you're still getting over a carat. You're getting a carat of 6 in diamonds. But they're in white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, and from a distance away, all you see is sparkle and more sparkle than you'll get if you buy one huge diamond. Because remember, one round brilliant diamond is going to have 58 facets. This is more than one diamond. So we love them to pieces. We love that they're here, and it's great because we get to make it a top of the hour special so that we get to bring them down to a super affordable level so that if you're shopping for holidays, Hanukkah, Christmas coming up, if you're going, no, but I have an anniversary coming up, great. Wedding anniversary in October, great. Birthday coming up in November, great. Just know a great value and know that fine jewelry doesn't need an occasion because we're going to wear it every day. It's always nice to get a piece of fine jewelry for that special occasion, milestone day, what have you. But when you see a value like this, you just got to act, right? Because at any moment, those pieces, those earrings have to go up to what is more or less market value, which if you know the diamond and gold world, you know they're each soaring. So it's just not a possibility to bring this at this kind of value going forward. So I want to show you all the looks because you obviously want to see them from a distance away and get all that detail. But here's what we're going to do to make them affordable because 64 plus 42, that means a 32 pointer. That's just under a third of a carat. But every time I look at these, because exactly the reaction, I put them next, and I don't know if Joe Beth knows this, I was saying compared to a 1 carat stud, these are so much bigger. And she said, how could those possibly be as affordable as they are? Lower profile setting, they don't stick up too high, centered post, butterfly backing. If you want to change them to screwbacks, tell your operator, let them know, we can offer that to you. But here's what I'm going to do, and that's the overall look. I'm actually going to get out the ruler, forget the millimeter gauge, let's get out the ruler to measure their diameter here because they are going to be 3/8 of an inch in diameter almost. That is big time. Over a quarter, almost 3/8 of an inch. I'll pop one on the ear for you so you can see how they look that way and really get an appreciation for the size they're going to deliver. That's what I'm talking about. So that's where, again, that's going to be even larger than our 2 carat total weight studs because that's the beauty of it, guys. That's what we do with that halo addition. That's what makes it give that big, big look, that big wow factor. Still all VS, mine from the earth diamonds, and they're not going to be $19.99. That's what you pay for the 1 carat total weight studs that are a half carat in each ear that are microscopic compared to these. So if you want to go with a larger size earring and you cannot just, again, if you're not made of money and you don't have $10, $20, $30,000 to spend on a stud, you go here. Let's go back to the wheel. Again, center post on these, so they're always going to be piercing coverage. They're always going to give you that big look. They're amazing for gifting because anybody who's got an ear pierced, no matter what their age, what they do for a living, how they dress, what their style is, they're going to love and adore these earrings, I promise you that. And if they're into quality, this is the earring to get. They're not going to be $19.99. I'm tempted to bring out the 1 carat studs. I don't want to disparage them. A lot of people love them as classics. They are. But let me tell you, if you see the 1 carat stud is so tiny in comparison. They're $2,000. You would get 1 carat total weight. You're actually getting more carat weight overall here with this earring. You're getting a gold color choice. They're set beautifully, so even if you like yellow gold or rose gold, you're still going to see the glorious white diamonds, and that's the headline. That's what you see. That's what you appreciate, but it's not going to be $19.99. This is the value of all values that we have here. What these would cost in retail in VS Diamonds, incredible. What you would pay right now to get the same earring in lab grown, far more than where we're at. It's not even going to be even $1,500 a pair. We already have 3 pairs gone already. I think a lot of you know these earrings and maybe you're just figuring now's the time to get them. And you know that as time goes on, the price tag has to go up. So here's what we'll do instead of $14 or $13 or $12.99. They're not $11.99. Think about, again, third of a carat each in the centers, but those really good sized diamonds all the way around, making it unforgettable, and yet the earring you're probably going to wear every single day. I admit, I love diamonds because of sparkle. I love anything that sparkles, anything. And the fact that these do sparkle the way they do, because you get more diamonds, more round brilliance, more faceting. There's no stud, no matter what size, that can compete with the sparkle you're getting here. And they're not even $10.99 where you're truly blowing them out. I recommend getting a pair or two, or gift them to, maybe yourself and then to a loved one. Already 4 pairs gone. We don't have that many to go around. And like I said, I can't make them to my heart's content, because if we make them again, and we will, probably right before, I would say probably beginning of December, they'll come back out here, but they will be a vastly different price tag. They have to be. Diamonds and gold cost about 70% more, and we're really busy on the phone lines, than when we made these. It's an old item number. It's like 6,000 item numbers ago. That's an old item number. So this is the time to pick them up. It's not even $1,000 for the pair. They are must-haves. I seriously recommend getting a couple, because you could gift these to anybody who has their ears pierced, including, I don't see why they couldn't be like totally gender neutral as well. They could be. It's just that ultimate style. And yet they're not even $1,000. We're super busy on the phone lines. I don't think I'm gonna have a pair to go around for everybody who wants one tonight. That's the big issue here. And they're $999. Operators, will you yell out how many you have, please, so I can keep track? Because we gotta keep an eye on that quantity. 1 pair over here, 1 pair over there. Is she going with the white gold? Yes, white gold, white gold, white gold so far. 3 for 3 on the white gold, and we'll see what color Jason has over there. $999. Do you have a pair? 3 in white gold. They're doing some maybe perhaps gifting, right? 3 pairs, 1 caller. That's obviously going to really just cut into our quantity though here. So obviously with 3 going out to 1 caller, that's going to really decrease how many we have to go around. So thank you for letting me know. Tim, are you getting a pair as well? You're on something else? All right. $999. And we have to give it 60 seconds because we're almost sold out of them. And don't forget, if you made a request earlier, and meaning like earlier today, and I've got your piece waiting for you. Linda, we've got an indicolite cat's eye that's large to show you. We have a couple of great pieces, indicolite and big tanzanite for box. So if you're out there, let me know so we can go ahead and show them to you. And then here we go. Diamond studs, 40 seconds left. Amazing style, and all, again, VS diamonds, start to finish. They are breathtaking. Really, truly beautiful, beautiful earrings. Did she end up getting the pair, by the way? Did she just go ahead and get a brand new pair? All right. Sounds good to me. That's what we do if you ever have a request. That's what we aim to do, is make sure we have exactly what you need and what you're looking for and whatever you like. So that is a perfect idea there in some really, they're just tremendous diamond studs. And again, center stone and halo together, looking amazing. I like to get them moving a little bit here, right? They do this nice little back and forth, left and right action, but really getting some movement really shows off the sparkle of those VS diamonds. And that's because they are VS diamonds. Again, most of what you buy out there, even at top quality retailers, usually SI is as good as you're going to get. And that still leaves you with not the best clarity to allow for as much maximum sparkle as possible. Now, we do have some Congolese tourmalines in the blue greens that are here. We also have some other iconic diamond designs that we've had here before. I do want to show you, I think the best tanzanite value is our 13 karat 87 round that we have. Also have some earrings. We did have the trillion pendant that's here still from earlier. And then let's get to it. We've got a kunzite coming up, and then the round tanzanite. Oh my goodness. There is a 13 karat, but then I'm thinking in about 12 minutes, which is the bottom of the hour, which is the halfway point of the show, I was thinking we're going to bring that out. This is one I just can tell you right now, I wish we had 300 of these. I really do. It's not possible, obviously. It's Blue Wing Block D. We've had what we've had that we're going through. We're in the last days of Blue Wing Block D, and we've had these stones now for nearly 6 years. And this is the only round of this size range. So I just wanted to give you a little update. In exactly 12 minutes, at 8:30 Pacific time, this will be on its way out. And I feel like, since it is as limited as it is, feel like I want to give you a heads up so you don't miss it, because there are those moments where obviously with one of a kinds, for the most part, a lot of people missing out on ideas, and we don't want that to happen. So here it is. This is the Blue Wing Block D that we're going to have at the bottom of the hour that I can tell you is going to go very quickly. So definitely stick around. Only a couple more minutes away till we get to share that with you, and most importantly, give you this incredible value on our 624. Looking forward to that. But in the meantime, we've got a fabulous kunzite. We're going to see, I didn't even mention this, we have a fawn diamond rarity today. We have not seen a fawn diamond, let alone a 1 carat, let alone around. That's here. Fawn diamonds have not been here in forever. I was literally thinking about fawn diamonds today, and then call it psychic, whatever you want to. Here it is. The one collector's 1 carat is here. But here's the kunzite that I have for you. This is such a pretty emerald cut. Really sleek setting style too for this emerald cut, with these bookends of gold, few diamonds, little graduated style to the sides, but really the star is by all means that kunzite. It is 112-6259, and then don't hesitate on requests. I've got plenty of time. We've shown you most of our jewelry mapped out for tonight, so I've got plenty of time to show requests. So you tell me what you're looking for, and we can bring it on out for you, and we'll be glad to do so. But this is the kunzite emerald cut that is a 489, so it's a great size. And then it has these stacks of gold, which I have to angle it properly, because there you can see, I know it may look like a little shadowy here, but there you can see it's all mirror finished white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. You're going to choose, but there's a great little stack style where it graduates down the side. So think of it almost as a trillion that's got a stripe of diamonds down the middle. That's kind of what it looks like there on each side. Let me try it on, because it's honestly the better angle for this ring to appreciate the color of the stone. Blues, purples, and pinks all together. Stunning. It's also going to be a great value. The diamonds are more or less accents. There's 6 points in diamond weight to go along with it. Stacks of gold, stacks of diamonds, but really simple and elegant and straightforward here. Yes. Yes. Watching. Oh, good. Now, I have an indicolite and a tanzanite. So I don't know if there was a preference on which one comes out first, but I have got some great stones. And Jess, were you also looking for a request or some more details on something we flashed? Did I steal the Princess Diana ring? Oh no, did I? No, I would love, you know what was it though? Because I didn't, maybe it was the tanzanite. Yeah, the tanzanite. Isn't that great that tanzanites can sometimes look like blue sapphires? Isn't that great? That's a good sign, because it should look more blue than it should look purple, and most of them do not. So let's get to our kunzite, then we'll get into some requests here coming up. And you know what I'll do really quickly, just because we got some requests to do all before that top of the hour arrives. Let's take a look at this up close, Tony, and we're going to bring it out at a great value. Let's bring it out, but bring it down. That's what we got to do here. And it's white, yellow, or rose gold. I like it in the white gold, but that's, again, where you start to see blues. Ding, 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 you've got the best kunzite in the world when that happens. And for an emerald cut to be that saturated and that glowing, when you have an emerald cut that is supposed to be in a pleochroic stone, would usually be so light, you would hardly see any color with it. That stone is gorgeous. It's what you want. Most kunzites, it's like aqua. We had that aqua go so quickly because it was the deep, rich saturation of aqua that you normally don't get. The same thing happens with kunzite. Think pink diamonds, but lighter. That's usually what a kunzite looks like. It's another example where usually it's so pale, it looks like that wall behind me. It looks pretty much colorless. And very rarely do you get enough pink for it to look pink, let alone this stone is so pink, it looks more purple blue. And that's really the key to this stone. And it's under $1,000 for a nearly 5 carat stone. Not $9.99 either. Let's make it even more affordable, because we got a couple requests to do before that round tanzanite, which I have a feeling a lot of people already are talking about. I get it. So let's do this right now. Not even $8.99. A simple, easy deal. A beautiful, straightforward classic of a ring, and we'll make it $888 while it lasts, and it's in any gold you want, and we'll even size it for you. So we've got 2 great requests coming up. I hear Bach wanted something like extraordinary in tanzanite quality. We have it. We have 2 rounds. Again, we'll have the big one, and then we'll have the smaller one at the bottom of the hour, 7 minutes away. And then we also have a really gorgeous indicolite. I know that, yeah, missing out on an indicolite. I remember the one you missed out on, the big, what was it, 12 carat the other day. We've got the largest indicolite to bring out as well. That is a 4 carat plus. Let me know if anybody would like the kunzite for $888. Here we go with the big the big tanzanite here, which is just one of the best we've got. And that's, you know, there aren't a million left, but what we are diving into is primarily Museum Reserve. I don't think I've got anything left that isn't Museum Reserve, or in this case, a private collection stone. Remember, these are all private collection. Tanzanite's a little different because this was brought to us from the miner. About 16 years ago, the mine, which the same mine, obviously there's only one in the world for blue zoisite, the miner, and this is actually not a mine owner, but the miner who had stakes and shares into the mine at that time when Block D was actually still operating, when Block D was functioning. Obviously it's not anymore. Block C is all we have left, and that will be the case going forward. So no other material. Block C, by the way, is producing much lighter material. So if you're recognizing out and about, all you see in Tanzanite these days is lighter, pale material. That's Block C. This is Block D, but it's more specific to that. It's Blue Wing Block D. So this is the finest that's ever been actually mined, ever. And there is only one source, and highly unlikely there will ever be another. So this is a critical time to pick it up. Obviously, we've been offering it here for about 6 years now. So we're in the final call on what we have, and this is why Museum Reserve is coming out. It's 112-5829. This would be the 1387. I will have that 6 carat plus coming up in just a few minutes. But this is for somebody who wants to go much larger with your ring. Very, a statement style, a carat 18 in diamonds. The Museum Reserve is part of our private collection because remember, it is only here, so there is nobody else that has any of this material. And this is the one of several that were set aside early on, like day one that it was here. It was December 18th of 2018 when this first, arrived here on the scene. So we kind of love that, before we even got a chance to bring it to you on the air, we were sitting in a conference room putting a few of the best stones aside to literally be lent out to museums. Now those stones are coming out home to you. And that is what this 1387 looks like on the hand. We have one. It is an incredible value. There's a 118 diamond weight. You can see it's the full halo, and then they do continue down the sides as well for good measure. We can change the gold if you'd like to give us a couple extra days and you prefer yellow or rose. Let's do that for you. But what we have is the value. And then, of course, if you're waiting for something smaller, you don't have to wait long. In 4 minutes, we're bringing out the 624 that I flashed. For the record, here's the one I flashed a few minutes ago. Very similar, aren't they? Just scaled down. This is the 624. Diamond weight is actually a little more here, interestingly enough. Bigger diamonds are used. This is the one that's got a carat 18 in diamonds. Let's blow it out right now. The first caller will take it. Started at $17,999. Now it is no longer. The reds that are coming through are only just the beginning of the story. When you see it at home in natural light, I'm going to assume you're not going to be in a television studio when you open the box. So if that's the case, what you're going to see is overwhelmingly brighter, more neon, more reds, because there is no way here in our light environment here, being that this is a television studio and the lights are really bright, this is not the best way to show a neon stone. Neon stones, their glory is in darker light. They really are. So that's really the key here, is you don't need a lot of light. And the fact that this is still as really saturated and bright as it is in all these hot light environments here tells you a lot about that stone and how important it is. So instead of $17,000, it's not even $79.99. There's a $10,000 immediate discount. We're taking that much lower, and we'll give it away. In essence, it's only going to be $69.99. And that way, if you still want to hang out for the 624, you may, because that's a few minutes away. I'm going to, just in case, I heard through the grapevine that maybe there was some consideration for an indicolite as well, which I do have. An indicolite happens to be our largest here in the house at this point, so we will show you that. And anything else you want to see, guys, requests are key to this show. So we'll give you the indicolite option, and then I know everyone wants to hang out for the 624 that basically is the sister. I mean, it's the kid sister to this ring. I mean, they are almost identical, except, like I said, you're getting even more diamond weight here. So that's incredible. Smaller stone, but more diamond weight, and look at that neon. And that's where we know it's going to go quickly, because obviously a lot of you like that round that's on the right, but you may want a little more everyday wearable. Not everybody's going to wear a 14 karat. I get that. That's probably why that's here. It's not for lack of beauty. It's not for lack of quality. It's probably because a lot of us like to be in that 6 carat range. I love the 13 karat, but again, it may not be your everyday style. but maybe you want something that's just that. You want the extra important, a little more exotic, and then you want something more everyday. That's why a lot of people have more than one tanzanite from our collection. Now let me show this indicolite, because this is really, I would say it's a little more green than a true indicolite, but it's definitely a gorgeous tourmaline, and it's going to be also by request. It's 1122847, and then right after this is going to be that round tanzanite 624. It's coming out to play. If you want to just jump on the lines now, it might be a good idea actually. But here is 1122847. This would be the 433, and it's more of a true teal. I know we had a large indicolite the other day. It sold very quickly. So here's the next option, and look at how beautiful, boy, clarity beyond. Look at the diamonds showing through the stone. Carat 11 is the diamonds in the bridge, and it is a fabulous piece, a blowout price no less, and you can change the gold color if you'd like to. So how about this? Interestingly enough, this started as $79.99, very similar to where that tanzanite was supposed to be. But if you've been watching the show, you know we're bringing every single piece down. The price tags are dropping. Every last one of them. It's what we are still committed, even with, you know, smaller audiences we're having to deal with and kind of get through this this point in time. We're really, really dropping prices for you so that at least the pieces we do show can go. And that's really the idea. So it honestly, I know there might not be a big banner up here with a big sale event or a big holiday promotion, but these values are better than any sale I've done here. They really are. We're just really dropping prices for you. So here's another great choice if you want an exotic tourmaline, and it's not going to be even $3,000 tonight. Under $29.99 it goes. And then yes, the big 624 is next. I would not wait if I were you to get on the lines. Bottom of the hour is coming up, but this is not 29, 28, 27? Shouldn't that be more? Absolutely it should. The mounting alone with the Carat 11 and diamonds in the bridge with all that gold is more. But it's not $27.77. First caller gets this one for $2,699. And look what it does, being the emerald cut with the light. Sure enough, if you're wondering, did those diamonds just pop in out of nowhere? Am I seeing the diamonds and the gold through the stone? Yes, you are. So $26.99. Who would like it? Yes.
When you're showing the 624,
Yeah.
we have Charmaine, who's relatively new with us on Facebook.
Oh.
To know the difference between regular block D and blue ink block.
We will explain. Oh, goodness. I hope that we can explain this briefly because I know everyone's going to want this. And all we've brought you, Charmaine, this is what's so great. And thank you for letting me know, Andy. She's relatively new with us. So she's looking for an explanation of what is the difference between Block D that you might have seen me sell in the past. I've been selling Block D tanzanite since 2004. You might have seen other places sell, not everywhere, but some places might have a Block D. There is a distinctive difference. I just touched on it a few moments ago. Let me explain a little bit more intensely as we're about to present to you 6179, which is the 624 that I know so many of you are waiting on. Block D, as I mentioned, hasn't been mined in about 16 years. The tanzanite mine was actually separated into 4 blocks. And as you can probably tell, it didn't go in sequential order. A, B, C, and D. Right now the C block is being mined. D block is no longer operational. The D block is mined out, but the D block out of A, B, C, and D, the D block is the part of the mine. Think about it. It's Mother Nature after all. This is from the depths of the earth. You have to go miles and miles deep into the earth's crust to even get tanzanite mined. So it's not only is it a dangerous and scary proposition, all mining really is. No matter if you're mining under the sea like Mediterranean coral and pearls, or if you're mining in the depths of the earth. Mining always has a lot of different dangerous elements to it. But you think about when Block D was actually operating, that was some time ago, hasn't been any material coming out of the D block for about 16 and a half years now. And the beauty of what we have, again, being a family of gem collectors, 6 generations running, is that you have connections that you've known, that oftentimes the gem business is like so many different businesses where oftentimes you're born into it, right? You do what your family business was. If your family were shoemakers, you're still shoemakers, right? If your family is sometimes in medicine, sometimes that legacy carries on throughout the generations. Well, gemstones and jewelry tends to be very much that way. And I will tell you as again, a long time now, I do not have any family in the gem business. I am a journalist by trade, but having been in this business long enough to consider myself family to a lot of the different gem dealers, miners, owners, things like that, it is something where it's very close-knit, and it's a very small community, really. It's a worldwide, every corner of the globe community, but it's very tight-knit. Everyone knows everybody, and therefore, great respect in the industry goes a long way. Well, we are actually very close friends with the actual miner who was in the D block portion of the mine back when it was actively producing. He's the one that he and a team, there were 5 other gentlemen with him that at the time came across this discovery. So they're going about their business mining D block material, but there was an instant notable moment when there was one particular vein of that D block that was just so much more saturated. It had material that inherently and innately was darker and richer. We know the stone is heated, it always is, but there was material that from the get-go was so much brighter and darker. And ironically, the vein was very much shaped at a curved angle like this, a big sweeping curve. So it looked a little bit like a wing, like an angel's wing. And so instantly, it's just organically became known as blue wing because it was the material that gave us not purple, blues. That's what you're looking for in high-end tanzanite is really that blue material. You want it to be more blue than it is purple, and the real good stuff, the really top quality of block Ds and blue wing block Ds has reds. It's the trichroism coming to the surface where you can visibly see reds. That's when you know you've got best of best material. We are the exclusive home. So this is a gentleman who collected it as it was mined. He saved it. It was, you know, there's a little bit of politics oftentimes with mining, especially of Tanzanian material because it's the only place in the world to get it. So obviously you know that Tanzania's been the government's been involved here and there on and off for years in the production and the wholesaling of it and the pricing of it, and the National Bank got involved for a while, and it's gone through its ups and downs with, you know, Tanzania trying to be very autonomous the way that they actually control Tanzanite. But all that set aside, this miner was really insightful and just, you know, was able to save it. It wasn't a lot of material. So he saved it. It was only he and his team that knew about its existence. He saved it decades. And then 6 years ago, in 2018, it got here. It was the very end of 2018, being a friend of the network as he is, knowing our family that again operates TVON, that's what led him to us. He was ready to share the material with the world. And that is where we took one look at it. We knew we'd always had block D. We knew we had to have the blue wing block D. So in a nutshell, that's really what blue wing is all about and why it is so impressive and important and why it's also only here. Is that connection is what brought it. Now in other collections we brought you, I'll be the first to tell you, sometimes we had a color change spin collection where we rejected more than half the parcel. It ended up elsewhere at another network that you might know. And our rejects were being sold for more. That wasn't the case with blue wing. It was all so incredible. Every single last bit of material was right here. So I can assure you that there is none anywhere else unless it's one of our shoppers reselling it. So it's exclusively ours. And as you look at the 624, which I know we've been anxiously awaiting now, it is also museum reserve. So now that we've sold out of all the more typical material, we are bringing you museum reserve, which are literally, as the name implies, the stones that were set aside to be on display at museums when the time came. We know that not everybody has one yet. Our newer shoppers don't have one yet. Those of you that are still thinking about one don't have one yet. So now we get to bring you stones like this that are now the ultimate high level of all the blue wing block Ds. So think about it. You're getting the best source in that it's blue wing block D. And now you're getting the best individual stones of that D block. And here we are with a 624 round with a carat 36, which, as I pointed out, is more diamond weight than even our 13 carat had. That one had 118. This has 136. A number of extra diamonds to go with it. Here's what I implore you to do. You have got to dial in if you think this is going to be $99.99. It should be. We're not doing that. I've got what is our bottom of the hour special. It's going to fly. Look at this on the hand. It's a classic setting. I do fancy the rounds, as a lot of us do, because, well, it's right here. Plain as day, on camera. I think you can see not every tanzanite is going to sparkle. This tanzanite downright sparkles. But you don't miss out on the blues, the purples, the red flashes. It's all still there, and I have nobody on the phone lines. Now, I'm sorry that took a little bit of time, but we have brand new shoppers that have no idea what blue wing block D is yet. That is the one, you know, difficult thing about, you know, when we have these exclusives, we can't just assume that everybody's been with us all 6 years and knows about this. Now, I've sold over 9,000 pieces of blue wing block D in the last 6 years here with you, and so we're at the tail end of it. We know that a lot of you understand what it's all about, and some of you are all done. You own it, you love it, you've collected it. I have shoppers that own over 50 different blue wing block Ds at this point, and You know, if that's not a compliment to value, I don't know what is. The fact that we have single individual shoppers and collectors that own over 50 pieces of this kind of jewelry, that's pretty remarkable. But if you'd like this one, the round, which of course has a premium value to it, there's always a premium price tag to a round. There's the glittering effect, that's a lot of diamond weight. To get a carat and a third and then some, that's a lot of diamond weight. To still choose your gold color, to still get your size, all of that's included in whatever price that I drop this to, which is going to be a whole lot less than $99.99, and it's happening right now. And it's probably going to last 30 seconds, if that. Come on over and take a look at it, and we'll see it all here up close. Those are massive round brilliant diamonds all the way around it, creating that halo and down the sides, and still nobody on the lines. 3 stones on each side, just like you see there. Absolute dazzling. Amazing color. I mean, this is kind of how it works. And for those of you saying, why would I dial in before I even know the price? Or maybe you're just thinking, love it, Lolo, but $99.99 is a little steep for me. Oh, I'm not leaving it there. And this is going to sell oh so quickly. Nothing I can do once it's gone. Can't replace it. Can't get any more. We took every single stone from the collection from the jump. There is no more. And now we're into the rare museum reserve. And once that's gone, then what happens? Oh, is there a better quality waiting in the wings? Absolutely not. Is there another stone set aside? Is there something hidden, a parcel tucked away? Nope. Is there a better material coming? Well, we already know that. Block C is all that's left. And Block C, sorry, love it. Still valuable, still rare, still one source material, but it is nowhere near the color of a Block D stone. And this is Blue Wing Block D, the very best that's ever been mined, and it's not going to be even $4,999. That's half, right there, 50% off. And I'm not leaving it there. Andy, I hope that answered her questions. Did it? Does she have any other questions? Okay. I hope so. Let me know if I left you with any questions at all after that little Blue Wing Block D 101. Jess, are you thinking about it? Jason thinking about it? 2 callers thinking about it? Uh-oh. It's not $49.99. I will make the miracle happen. You know, that's what's so exciting, right? Anywhere else you shop, shouldn't you spend more for the best? If you have the best, I don't know, pick a category. Best clothing, it's going to be more money. Best car, it's going to be more money. Best house, pick a category. Best phone, best computer. If you get the best of something, tell me something. When does the best cost less than anything else? When does the best quality cost you less money than inferior quality? When does it ever happen? I cannot think of any single solitary category except for this one right here that I'm presenting to you right now. When would you spend less to get the most important, the very, I mean, there's just no 2 ways about it. There's always good, better, and best. This is the best. It's literally the best. There's nothing else, no hope of getting any better quality for whatever, how many years we have left to Tanzanite, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I can make estimations. I can tell you what I read. I can tell you what I hear. There is no definitive answer to when it will be mined out, but it'll be within our lifetime. We know that. It's going to be coming up. We know that. This is a generational gem. We just happen to bring you the very best in the world, and it is our exclusive, so don't miss out on rounds like this, especially when it's not even $39.99. Just took another $1,000 off just like that, and it's not going to stay there. We're not leaving it at $39.99. This is the one to get. And reminder for our new shoppers as well that we have in droves lately, this is not a final sale. You still have that chance to get it at home. We do the work, we size it, we change the gold color, we get it to you for free wherever you may live. And you get a chance to take a look at it, evaluate it, get it appraised if you want to, get your friends and family's opinion, ask your jeweler that you've been dealing with for years and years what it would cost to make the same darn ring. By the way, they can't because it's only here. They're probably going to say, and by the way, I've had a number of our shoppers over the years call me and tell me, I bought a Blue Wing Block D from you. I took it to my trusted jeweler that I've been going to for years, and they told me it ain't Tanzanite. And that's because they don't know. And I don't blame jewelers for saying that. I believe that you should be informed before you say things like that, but listen, nobody else has seen it. Unless they watch TVON at night, they've not seen this material because it doesn't resemble what Tanzanite typically looks like. Tanzanite's usually light lavenders, lilac colors, basic. This is the best material, and unless you've had Blue Wing Block D experience, there are many jewelers who would believe wholeheartedly that can't be tanzanite. It's just too good. It's just too dark. It's just too bright. It's too much red. That's what the really good tanzanite is supposed to look like. You've got a chance to own a museum level stone, and it's not $39.99 either. Take a look at this, and we're going to sell it. I don't know who it's going to be or who it's going to go to, but here's what I'm going to do. It's not, and I don't even think it's going to last 60 seconds, but Tony, you're going to have that clock ready in case, right? Because this is not going to be 39, 38, 37, 36, 35. If we do this, and what's the question, Jess? Because I'd love to answer it before we get down to the final price. Well, I do too. I do too. One's larger and one's smaller. One's double the size. We have the 13 karat still here. Honestly, there's not one that has a better color. The colors are the same. I just love this. Has more diamond weight, I'll tell you that. But the larger stones are always going to be a little more rare because it doesn't just readily come in big sizes. And we have nobody who wants it at $35.99? Okay. Well, you know what? Here's my deal. I could make this a little bit better for you, but I'm going to need you on the lines if you're ready to go or think about it or if you want to consider it at all. My best advice is, because when it comes down to it and we have so few available left overall, my best advice is at least get it at home. I know you're going to love it because, again, the reaction to Blue Wings is very much the same sentiment every time someone gets one for the first time. It's, oh my goodness, it's even better in person than it was on TV. And I know that's not always the case when you shop online or shop on TV elsewhere. I get that. We've all been there. I'm an online shopper. I don't even go to stores anymore. Who has the time? I love to shop online, but I got to tell you, there's a lot of times when you're going, oh, that's not what I expected. This is where it is going to overwhelm you and actually exceed your expectations. I realize I'm preaching to the choir for so many people who have already experienced it, who already know it, who already understand it. But for those of you that are new, because that's really who we're talking to, if you don't have one yet, you get one and you will be blown away. You have my word on that. You can't not be impressed by Blue Wing Block D. It's just not possible. And it's not $35.99 either. I'm going to take it even lower. We're going to get this out the door. It's not $34.99. I was thinking about just leaving it there, giving it 60 seconds and saying congratulations. But instead, I'm going lower. You get it for better. We just need to know who wants it first, and this will be it. Can you measure the band? Measure the band? I don't know. Let me see if I have a gauge up here. Sorry to get off my roll here, but... Do you mean the very back of the band, like the very most narrow point, or you mean the ring all the way across the front? The back. So let me just try it on here in reverse, which is going to seem odd. But they want to know what the back of the band measures. And I can do that for you because it is a millimeter size of 2.5 millimeters at the most narrow point in the back. And then you're probably going to want to spin it around and wear it like that. Woo, look at that. Not 34, not 33, not 32. I'll be honest, I didn't think I was going to have to stoop to this low level, but we're going to do it, just anything to move it, anything to give you value. It's not even 32 or 31 or $3,099. You shop it or leave it behind. But if you leave it behind, it may haunt you forever. It may. Sounds dramatic, but I've had that happen in my shopping years, where something gets away and it haunts you, and you know you can never replace it, and you know you're never going to see another deal like it, and it's not even $3,099. Let's make it $2,999 right now to the very first caller, and that is in white, yellow, rose, in your size. We've got 60 seconds already ticking down. This is the one to get right here, right now, and to get it for $29.99 when look what we've even done on that size, that 624. Think about what you've got here with a massive amount of white diamond weight as well. VS round brilliant diamonds all the way around and down the sides, when even our 14 karat round did not have as many diamonds. That just goes to show you how impassioned we were about this stone, how really dedicated we were to making this stone the very most elite, best level, and it's right here, 23 seconds, and then I don't know what I'm going to show you after this to compete with that value, but we do have a fun diamond, and we do have a beautiful morganite. Yes, Andy? Sure, the Panther pendant, back again. It's, oh, it's great. We'll take a look at that. Yes, sure. Here's the tanzanite from the rear, and you see there, of course, that band going to be all the way around, and then you've got this really fabulous detail on the underside that's going to sit it up off the hand. That is your undergallery. We don't want to get in the way of the faceting. The round is really remarkable, so we don't want to ever take away from that beautiful, brilliant faceting that you're getting here in that Portuguese cut round. We don't want anything to interfere with that and take away from this kind of light show that happens. And then we'll show, I don't know who it was, but let's see who. Tony, I don't know if are you monitoring YouTube tonight? Okay, so I apologize if this request came in a while ago. I usually get those updates, but take a look. That's the inside of the panther piece. This was our sapphire panther piece we had earlier with the 18 karat yellow gold, and that is the inside finishing there on the panther. So you can see it is slightly concave. They did do some satin finishing on the inside, and then they did the very outside edges in the mirror finishing. So that is that. So we got that great panther. If you have any more questions on that one, please let me know. And then here we go with our $29.99 tanzanite. All right, let's go ahead and move right along. There's a yellow diamond. We have a new Mahenge pink spinel. Got some great Congolese stones we're going to bring down. They're all a good size for you as well. They're all going to be actually really 3 carats and up. One's just slightly under that. So we'll show you some Congolese tourmalines on a wheel as well. And then here we go. 29. Boy, I'm going to take that tanzanite. I love that one. Yes. I can, I did, and I will do it again. Yeah, this is earlier in that presentation when we had the 1387. So it sounds like we're debating between the large and the small. I'm not going to say small, but this is the large one. So we're going on the hand here, and I'll show you side by side. So here's the largest one. That was the 1387 we showed you earlier. Remember, that has a price tag of $69.99, and they are identical in cut and color. There's no difference whatsoever, except, again, 13 carats 87 size here with a carat 18 in diamonds. This is your 624, which has a carat 36 in diamond weight. So 2 great options there. Remember, there is a $4,000 difference between them. $69.99 here and $29.99 here, and you are getting more diamonds. It's just, I think it's a matter of what you're comfortable with, what you're comfortable wearing. Obviously, if that's all on its own. Now, I've got a longer hand, a longer finger. I wear a size 5.5. As far as ring size is concerned. So you see, even on a smaller ring size, it doesn't go over or overlap to side fingers here at all. But that's obviously a bigger piece. It still doesn't sit up too high. We're very aware of we don't want it to sit up too high, and sometimes that gets in the way of everyday wear. And then, of course, if you like this round, the 624, that's what we usually see as a size that's requested a lot. The 5s and the 6 carats are oftentimes requested as really wearable pieces. So I'll switch them out here for you, and so you can see how the 6 carat looks on its own here, just to see the 6 carat as far as an everyday wear style as well. Or maybe neither are everyday, or maybe both are everyday. That really is just depending on the wearer and your own preferences there, your own lifestyle, what you prefer, what you like. But we'll move on from our tanzanites. They're both still here, I believe. We're verifying. We've got some serious verifications going on. It sounds like it's a debate between the $69.99, $13.87, or the 6 carat 24, which is a carat 36 in diamonds. So I'm hoping we're at the point where everybody who wants one has one. But at that point, we also know there's a lot of new shoppers every single day. You would be, obviously, if you're new to the network, you're new to the Blue Wings, want to make sure you get a chance here on our last call. All right, let's go back to, I'm going to go to the wheel here because I've got 3 different Congolese stones to show you. And please don't hesitate on those tanzanites, because if they're still available, I don't know, I've done something wrong. That's all there is to it. There's no explanation for either of those rounds still being here. But here we go with our Asher, our oval, and then I'm going to just build them up in size here with our elongated oval. So you can see that the fun part is getting to see them together gives you a little difference here in which ones are more brighter in green and which ones have a little bit more blue to them as well. And that's really the difference here, which I like having 3 together, all in that similar size range that we have for you. There's the Asher. Here's the oval with a very kind of simple statement style of like a 3-stone look in your pave work on the sides. And here's our elongated. This one definitely has more blues and greens to it, as you can see. So that's really where they differ. So thank you so much. So if you have any other questions on the Panther piece, let me know. We can obviously show that again. And did anyone make any decisions on tanzanites? Jason, were you thinking about a 624 or 13 karat? Did you take a tanzanite? No. Okay. So Jess, no? All right. So tanzanites are both here. Wowza. Okay. So here we go, guys. Congolese tourmaline trio. All 3, I want to walk you through the carat weights here. we've got some options, and we're going to start, and it's actually interesting. This is actually the smallest in carat weight. So it doesn't necessarily just go left to right, smallest to largest. This is the smaller of the carat weights. It's a 2 carat 82. That's one option. Definitely has more blue greens to it, most Paraíba look. Then the next size up is the 308. That would be over here in the Asher cut on the left. And then this is the largest in the middle, is the 4 carat 08 in the middle. That's the center oval. And that's going to be the largest of the 3 carat weights. And what a time to be here with us, experiencing what great values are all about on some of the most incredible, rare stones that we can bring. How about it? All three are going to be the same price. Isn't that a nice adjustment? So that when there's 39 and 49 and another $49.99 piece, so 2 of them are supposed to be $4,000, the other is supposed to be $5,000. This is where they're all coming down. This is why we do the trio, bring them all together, give you a great value no matter which one you like. So if you fancy more blues, if you like a little more greens, wherever you like to go, that's the great part about seeing them all together, is you really see the difference between those colors. Maybe if you go for brighter, I think the ones that have a little more green in this case tend to be a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more neon, like Paraíba. But then again, the one on the right side's got the blues and the greens, so that very much looks like Paraíba as well, doesn't it? So here's your great chance to pick them up at a discount. Really save. Oh, good. And is she brand new? Oh, my goodness. That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much. First of all, thank you for your kind words. Is it Charmaine or someone else? Oh, wonderful. So here's the thing, guys. First of all, thank you so much for shopping. Welcome. Isn't that the truth? We hear that all the time. People say, I just wish I knew about TVON sooner. I hear that every single day. Every single day I've got customers reach out by, oh gosh, anywhere from dozens to hundreds a day. And everyone always says that. I would never, two things. I would never have the fine jewelry quality that I do if it weren't for TVON. And I wish I would have known about you guys sooner, because then I wouldn't have had to shop somewhere else and spend so much more money. So isn't that the great thing about what we do? And we're glad to have you with us. And again, we're here Monday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, in the weeknights on TV Live at the evening hours. And then, of course, our weekends. Don't forget our Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific time. But take a look at this. 3 beautiful Congolese blue greens and a major discount on all 3, whichever one you like. Not $39, not $29. They're not even $19.99. And these do look like they have that Paraíba type color to them. Each and every one of them does, but they're not even $19.99. We're giving them away. This is what we're doing. And we only have about an hour left in the show. So our Wednesday is coming to its close here, and yet we'd love to know what requests you have, what you're interested in seeing, what you want to see discounted, because if you haven't noticed, everything I'm bringing you from brand new to classics is all being discounted. And that includes our trio right here. That isn't even going to be 19 or 18 or 17 or 16. And these are the hottest stone going right now at TVON, right along with mandarins and Paraíbas, right along with our blue wing block Ds. This is still newer than what we've been seeing in even our blue wing block Ds, which have been here 6 years. This is really new, the latest, the greatest, the of the moment, the what everybody wants. And yet it's not going to be $16 or $15.99. You get a much better value. We're taking it way lower, and you get them for $14.99 a piece, whichever one you like. And you got Asher cut over here. That's going to be, again, the 3 carat 08. It does have 23 points in diamonds. If you go with the largest stone, which is carat weight, a 4 carat 08, that's going to have the diamonds on the side. That's 46 points. And that's going to be over here is the smallest carat weight, but it's got that big example of that oval, a 2 carat 82 oval with 78 points in diamonds. And you take any one you like for $1,499. And yes, those are all going to be gold color change optional, except for, well, this one's got to be white or yellow. So covers the basics there. White or yellow gold on the Asher. The other ones can be white, yellow, or rose gold. And so always those extras and those customizations we love to bring you. And yet $14.99 your choice up. All righty, so coming up, whichever one you like, it is a wonderful, wonderful moment to take advantage of those, and $14.99 gets you any one of the 3. We're going to move along to our Morganite coming up. I love a good Morganite. We have the best ones in the world, and I get it. I say that a lot, but it's the truth. What can I say? This is the best Morganite. Look at that. Princess cut. Whoa, that's big. That's a big deal to get right there. Actually, technically it's a cushion, but it's got the square with the extra facet pattern. Man, does that look good. So that's in a bridge style. We'll see that coming up. Plus our classic North Star pieces are here. They're very mod. They're very distinctive. They're very designer. We'll see those coming up as well. And then if anybody is into fancy diamonds, we actually have a chameleon fancy diamond. It's not just a fancy diamond, it's more than one color fancy diamond all in one, and it looks like that. That's the large size we have. It's a carat 21. But first we have a request for a blue zircon 4. Oh, good. So this one's going to be the blue zircon round. Now, if you're not familiar with blue zircons, a stone that goes back 4.4 billion, billion with a B, 4.4 billion years. I mean, how cool is this stone? And yet, doesn't look a day over 258,000. I mean, just looks amazing, right? Look at that. Look at that stone. One of the brightest, one of the most, I think, personality-driven stones, and you can't beat a zircon in the round. That cutting together just looks amazing. Okay. You ready for this? I'm ready to help you out. It's a request. Let's talk about 4517. If you see that blurred, quote unquote, the blurred effect, that's the doubling. That's the doubling effect that is double refraction. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help you out here. It's 18 karat gold. It's white gold. It stays in white gold. I think that's perfect. Let's look at the size. I know you're seeing a little bit of it, but the 5 karat 62 is also flanked with a couple of things, 2 very large baguettes, and then the round brilliance. Now, do you see the baguettes? They're north and south of the stone there. Set east to west, but they're north and south of the stone. Then you've got the round brilliance, another 35 points there. And this was a $69.99 ring. It's one of a kind. It's one of our bigger blue zircons. The doubling effect, when we're up close, is what you see. It looks almost blurred. You're probably thinking, well, Lola, go around and focus that camera and go be, play stage manager and go focus that camera. The truth is, it is focused. And it's the top of the hour, so we want to welcome everybody to the show. Glad you're with us tonight. Happy, happy, happy Wednesday, and I hope everyone's doing well out there. We are very excited to have these kind of values like we have. We only have an hour left to do it, though. In our Wednesday night, we still have some great pieces from the first 2 hours. If there's anything we can bring out from the vaults, that's a really important part of this show, is to let us know what you'd like to see, what requests you have, what we can help you with. But this is the 562 and sensational mounting, all custom made for this stone. And that doubling effect is only something you see when we're really zoomed in like we are. When you see it from a distance, well, I'm going to show that to you on the hand and you'll see what I'm talking about. It has just, that reads as extra sparkle. Double refraction just reads as the most brilliant, beautiful sparkle you can imagine. And it's, well, fully evident right there. And just got to stay in the white gold. Now I get to discount it from $69.99, so you can save a bundle. And it's not going to be $69.99. Huge moment right now. Fabulous value. And it doesn't even have to be even $3,000. This is unheard of for a 5 karat 62 size. These are the most in demand. By the way, they're mined out. Cambodia was the only source for this color of zircons. They're completely mined out. This has been mined out for, I remember when it was mined out. I was very new to the business at the time. Going on year 23 here. So, it's been many decades since we've actually had any active mining. Actually, since, it's fascinating, the land has sold where the mine was. The land actually sold. There's actually, it's how long it's been now at this point. It was sold to some developers. They built resorts on top of the mining land. So it was done. Like there's no hope of sometimes mines will close, but it's really temporary and it's just a hiatus and then they go back and it's done. This is zircon mining that has no hope for any future stones, and yet we're taking it like it's any ordinary stone and just bringing you value. $29.99 it is not. We just saved you $4 grand. And now I get to make it even easier, even better. Really, for those of you who really want something unique and special, bright as can be, I always tell you no other stone. There are a lot of blue gemstones out there. I could sit here and name probably 24 gemstones that come in a blue color of some kind. But when it comes to this color, there is no other stone in the world that shares this color. It's very specific, it's very unique, and then of course, the double refraction that you get with it is really what makes it, and it's not even $29.99. So a big value, getting better. And that's all you need to do is pick up the phone and dial in, because there is only the one. Take a look at it. It's not 29 or 28 or 27. Oh, we're going to really blow it out. $2,699 for one caller only. That's it. Simple and easy and very affordable now for a 5-carat 62. Extremely affordable for a 5-carat 62 in the round. So that's the one to own, and it's by request, and then we've got more to show you, and I hope you'll continue getting requests. And I'm thinking about getting into that morganite, some of that pink beryl we love so much. That's going to be coming here for you. Got that pink beryl in the bridge. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a new one for us. Plus the chameleons here. That's our biggest chameleon. Our 121. All of our chameleons are certified by GIA. They are fancy diamonds. That particular stone is our largest, but it's also VS, so there's a lot to love about that chameleon diamond for collectors. But $26.99 on this one. What a piece. And of course, you're also getting 59 points overall in your diamond weight. And yeah, if you're seeing yellows, reds, oranges, greens, double refraction. It's not just blue. It's an electric blue, and it's got a lot of pop and sizzle. Okay, so coming up, here it is. Let's just get the morganite up here. This is really the top of the hour here, and it's our last hour, so it's got to be good, right? This is true, first of all, not like any other morganite, because morganite also has a very distinctive color. It's known as the pink of the beryl family, right? We know that. Let me see, there's a little something on the back here, so let me see if I can't polish that up a little bit for you. And here's what we're talking about. We're talking about pink, when in actuality, most morganite that you see out there has a very peachy color to it. It's also very light, kind of like what we're talking about with kunzites, even tanzanites. Usually they just appear in the most light of saturations. Think about like a scale of saturation as you edit a photograph, right? You can really wash out the color, or you can usually dial it up to really intensify the color, right? We're all kind of, at this point, you know, you've all done some kind of photo editing, right? On our phones probably. This is where you're talking about a really beautiful way that if Mother Nature had that ability to kind of turn up the saturation level, that's what you get here. But also, it's not just about getting max saturation. It's about getting a totally different color, because most morganites are a blushy, peachy pink that are very light, very barely there, we could call it. Remember the sister stone to aquas. Aquas do the same thing. Usually they're more colorless. You don't really see a lot of blue. The aquamarines we bring are Sierra Santa Maria, so they give you a lot of intensity. The same thing here, except it's not even really blush, orangey peach. It's more pink, like true pink, like a diamond pink color throughout the stone. You see it right here, and look what it does all the way through. This is item number, oh gosh, this is a good one. It's item number 112-6204, and it's magnificent. When you talk about great color, it's here. Cushion cut square, it's here. It's exactly 3 carats. This is the pure pink, as if it were, I do have a carat 09 pink diamond in this inventory. It's a 6-figure price tag. This looks like that, but better, dialed up. And yet it's got a 3-carat stone in the middle. Double prongs even in the corners are necessary. This is the bridge style with 2 rows in diamonds running underneath. That is 67 points in diamonds. It's fabulous. And a wide band of gold all the way around. It really is something to behold. And all we got to do right now is give you the value of a lifetime. You know what I was just realizing? It's the top of the hour. We've got 53 minutes and 30 seconds left in the show. And I have not even attempted a good old-fashioned auction. And I'm really curious who all's out there. And I'm loving this is brand new. We like that it's $49.99, but wouldn't this be a good one to maybe turn up the value, get you a better price tag? So I'll tell you what, we'll take the $49.99, we'll throw it out. We'll let you price it. We'll put it on the auction block, which means it takes a phone call. You just dial in. Hey, it takes a phone call anyways, right? You got to dial in, because we don't, that TVON app is not, we can't even get our cable viewers to work. So we're not even venturing into the app world yet. But this is the thing, you got to call. You got to call. So if you're going to call to pick up a great ring, why don't we make it a lot more affordable? I'll do that. And then it's up to you guys. And listen, it's not a busy night. So it's one of those that could serve you really, really well to jump in an auction. Maybe not too much in the competition realm here. Great way to go. It's not going to be 49. Let's start it. And no, I'm not going to start at $4,000. That is wishful thinking. Let's not even start at $3,000. How about 25? This is private collection. What does that mean? Nobody else has this. It's right here with us. Any morganite, you can find it some places out there. Some of those high-end designers will have morganite, but what they're going to have is more typical, light, peachy. Think like the color of that rose gold, but lighter. This is pink, 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 like pure diamond pink color. That's the difference. That's not a typical color from morganite. The industry always talks about pink morganite or pink beryl. Is such a misnomer because probably sheer apprehension. And now we're making it, you know what, skip $2,000. Tony was like, I didn't even think you meant 2,000. Should I really like put that up there? I'm going crazy wild on this one. Let's make it happen. It's going to be a $10 increment. So if we get the open, and forget that, we will get the open. But after we get the open, it's only $10 to advance it from there. So you can feel free to jump in, even if you're not bidder number one. That's okay. We want to make this yours. I'm not even starting $19, $18, $17, $1,600. This morganite is massive. These go for a lot of money. Obviously, they're only here. This is not something you're going to find anywhere else. This is a lot of money in an important stone, and yet we're taking it way down below even $1,700 or $1,600 to start. Again, come on in. It might serve you well to be bidder number one. I'm just saying you might be the only bidder. There's some kind of strategy to that. So let's take a look and let's make it even better. $1,500 to start the bidding. Let's get it going. Everybody can jump on in. Everybody can play. And that makes it very affordable when it is a super high-end piece. Great mounting, great color, all of that. And $1,500 to start, and we've got 60 seconds to get it going. And requests are needed because I have shown you just about everything we have here tonight besides maybe the chameleon diamond. So at this point, we're going to need some requests. We've got the fawn diamond too, actually. I've got the fawn diamond that is our Carrot 01 and the North Star set, which is the earrings and the pendant, which we can show you as well. We have some really cool, phenomenal opals. We've got quite a few items that are still hanging out from earlier that if you need to see anything yet again, why not? Let me know. And no open. And did my wheel stop? I guess so. Does it need a little, just what does it need? A little jog? Come on, wheel. The only thing that's not broken down around here is me at this point, right? I'm there, almost. After leg day today, I'm pretty much what you'd consider broken down. But here we go. This is it. $1,500. Does anybody want? Yes? We've got just in the nick of time, too. We got the open at 15. Wonderful. Who is it? Who's our lead bidder? Our only bidder? Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. Hi, guys. That is not the first husband-wife team I've heard shopping tonight either. Well, the wheel is moving now, but it's a little off-center. But I guess I can't have it both ways, huh? Got to pick my battles. All right, so we have $1,500. We got the open. Oh, come on, wheel. I think it's the weight of the piece. It's got the wheel just stunted here. All right, so we're at $1,500. Does anybody want to go in 10? Now, it's only $10 increments. So we've got 15. And you know what, Tony? I look up at that clock. Time is flying on by tonight. I don't know. We're going to have to give it 2 minutes. We're going to have to send this out of here. And we're going to need your requests, too. If there's anything else you want to see today, let me know because we are dwindling with our time. Wednesday's about to wrap up. We want to know what you want to see. Let me show you whatever it is. But $1,500 with a $10 increment only. It's really, really low on a ring like that. There's your price. Now, that could have been, well, that's the supposed to be price. So at this point, I guess we consider it the buy it now. And you don't need to do that. Don't do that because it's $10 increments. So you could feasibly put in $1,510 and you might walk away winning it. So that would be a big win. And I know all about big wins. So this would be a colossal victory, okay? So really huge opportunity. We do give it 2 minutes as your last chance to call in. So here it is, last chance, last call. Is anybody else want to get in? Because you got a chance, but you know it's going to go. This is not the thing where you're going to go, maybe it'll come up tomorrow night. I'll see her back there tomorrow night. Maybe it'll come back up. Can't, because we do have the open. So we know if we've got the open, we can't bring it back to you. It's going to go out the door. And again, we're not even asking. This is interesting. This is sometimes where you have to keep in the rose gold. This one can be in any gold. So I'm glad Tony's got that up there, because that might be your option. I personally, I love morganite, but I really like it in the white gold. That's just me. The rose gold's very complementary to the color, but if you are somebody, I don't love it in yellow, but if you love white gold, go there. It'll be a great way to show off the diamonds that are running through that bridge. If you like it in the rose gold, as you see it here, great, easy enough to do. It's totally up to you, but we got to give it a final 2 minutes, and then we're done. So take a look at it one more time. $1,500, looking for $10 increments. Let me know if anybody wants to come in to play. But this is our last call, last chance. And here we go with a minute 50 now until it's going to be done, and it will go. That's the thing. You cannot wait till, the next day or next week. It doesn't get any discounted any further, because look how much money we're saving you right here and now. You've got $3,500 of savings if you're participating in the auction right now. And that's obviously where it is. We're going to find out if in the next 90 seconds it goes any further. But this is quite the ring, and I don't even know. I got to try it on again to show you. There's a nice width about the band, of course, so it's going to sit up really beautifully. But look at that. There's a sparkle. I mean, when I first saw it, I thought it was a princess cut with a very angled corner. It is like a princess cut. It's just a square cushion. So that means it's a softer corner, but that corner is really tucked into those double prongs. So you look happy. What's going on back there? Oh, good, the blue zircon. Thank you so much. Our blue zircon is gone. We have our final minute left on this auction, and this is such a beauty right there. I mean, you can really see in this light, when you see it from a distance away and it's still delivering, that powerful punch of pink, it's really good. So 15, and winding down here, 40 seconds remaining. That's it. Not a lot of time left, and need your bids. If you're thinking about it, it's go time. Looking to see if there's anything. Oh, by the way, Linda S., I know that on Monday you wanted to see a very large indicolite. Let me know if you're out there, Linda. We've got the 844 cat's eye indicolite. Yes, we do. So very important. Do we have 15, 10 seconds remaining? Last call. Tony, love the clock. Thank you. 5 seconds. I don't even know. I guess I'm not going to know till Friday if I'm going to San Diego or to my backyard. I don't know. I would certainly, one would be more convenient than another. I'll tell you that right now. Take a look. There's our kitty cat on the prowl. All right, so 15, do we have 1510? Got it? Sold. Congratulations, that's gone. Thank you so much. And why not? Let's take a look. The little kitty cat. Well, not so little. 112-4762. Go zoom back here. We already saw the panther draped pendant that we had earlier tonight. Now we have the white gold, satin finished. Oh, such a cool piece. It's just everything. The diamonds that are burnished all throughout, from the neck to the tail to the legs. I mean, this is stunning. The ruby as the eye. It's 18 karat gold. It is a brooch, by the way. So, yep, it's a brooch, but it's a very distinctive. Did they put a bell? No, they didn't put a bell. I thought for a minute maybe there was a bell. Technically, there is. You know what? It's not labeled, but it is definitely. Do you see that behind the haunches, there is an opening on each side for a chain right there, all the way to the other side right there. Absolutely, it's a brooch and pendant. You put your chain, and I would recommend something a little bit more sturdy or heavy, but you can put a chain right through here and wear it just like this as the most stunning pendant or brooch. So yes, it works both ways. It's 18 karat gold, satin finished entirely. It's a 2-point ruby. It's 60 points in diamonds, and let's show you what it looks like from a distance, because you got to see the size of this thing. It is a big, bad cat, right? And I mean bad in the best of ways. Take a look. Here's the length of it. I'm just going to pop it there because it's a little easier. It's 2 inches. See how it goes from the 1 to the 3 there? 2 inches lengthwise. Top to bottom, at the widest point, I would say it's about 3/4 of an inch there. And then I'll pop it on the neckline here because you can. You can wear it like that. You can wear it anywhere you want. I think that's probably from saying goodbye to Peanut on the way out the tour today. But there it is. That could be a brooch going any which way. And there it is. If you want to wear it as a pendant, you may as well. Let's take a look. I had to leave her in charge of all the good luck for the end of the game because I had to leave halfway through. So I said, Peanut, I'm leaving the TVON. You're in charge. And she did her job. But take a look at this really special piece. We're gonna blow it out. $59.99. It's not gonna be. I can't do that. I can't. When we're dedicated to values the way we are and the way we have been all night, and we only have 40 more minutes left, I say let's bring you a better value. Let's bring it down to, okay, let's make this really go. $19.99 instead. $4,000 off, and that's not the first time we've seen a savings like that tonight. You've got it for $19.99. And do we have any requests for the end of the night? Because we're getting there, and we have the fawn diamond. For those of you, yeah, this will be one of those where new callers are going to go, what the heck is a fawn diamond? If you're new with us, you probably haven't seen one. It's been forever since we've had a really good fawn diamond. We're going to bring that to you. It's in a round, in a bridge. Love it. So that's going to be coming up. But this is the Panther style in a brooch or pendant. And then don't forget, we had the more draped version in the yellow gold earlier tonight. Let's get to the fawn diamond. Why not? With only 39 minutes left. And look at this. Oh, what a stunning piece. And it's always rare to get the big diamonds in a round because you know that rounds, no matter what the stone is, rounds are very wasteful cuts. And the last thing you want to do in a stone where every single point counts, you don't want to be frivolous when you're wasting it. And you see the end result though. When you do get a round, there's a reason they're so beloved. 6123 is the item number here. It is a true natural fawn. What's a fawn? Fawn's a diamond where it's got champagne color and pink color together. It is also the reason why we decided to add pink diamonds around it. Added the first halo in pink diamonds that are stunning. Then you get the white diamonds the rest of the way that even run underneath it as well. And we got work to do and only 38 minutes now left to go. So this is going to be a wild one here. And we need to know if you have any requests before the night is over. Really want to help you with anything you're looking for, anything we can find for you, anything we can bring out. There's a number of pieces left from our previous 2 hours and 21 minutes. So let me know what questions you have or what we can recap. But this one is it feels brand new because it's been that long. It's a 101 center in solid rose and white, mostly white gold, but just the rose gold for the setting of the center and the pink diamonds, which is necessary. Then you have all this pink diamond weight. Well, we totaled it all up together. Usually, and this is a huge advantage for you guys, usually we separate the pink and the white diamond weights individually. We'll separate the pink diamond weight because they're so much more costly than white diamonds. I don't care how good your white diamonds are, we only use VS diamonds. But still, with that said, pink diamonds are more money. So the fact is that they're all totaled together as 99 points. That's actually an advantage to you, a big advantage to you, because you don't have to pay an extra price for the pinks, which are obviously more money and should be costing you more. They're not. They're not. They're not costing you more here. That's the beauty of it. Take a look at this. It's a 101, and then you get the 99, so it's exactly 2 carats in your ring. This, to me, is out of all the different bridge mountings we do several iterations. This is the most kind of compact and wearable of what we do in the bridge mountings. I'm going to show you on the hand here. Still, if you want to stack with it, I don't think it needs it, but if you want to put a wonder ring on one side or both, you can. That still works really well, but here's the deal. We've got a moment here to own a very important diamond. You're essentially, in one ring, you get 3 different types of diamonds. Color-wise, white diamonds, pink diamonds, champagne with the pink. That's the fawn. It's still a natural diamond. You know, sometimes when you see these weird names, like I saw another new one the other day, it was a weird trade name for a man-made stone. And I thought, well, that's creative. And it was, kind of made me laugh and chuckle. And that's not what fawn is. Fawn doesn't mean it got some kind of funky treatment. It doesn't mean it's anything but natural. We only bring you the natural stones. What it means is it was actually a special collection here that we got out of the Argyle mine that I got the chance to kind of name as a distinctive moment because there's champagne diamonds, which are different. And then there are pink diamonds, which are different. But this one little collection had really just a few stones that were really both combined. So we felt they needed their own distinctive name to separate those from the others. And that's where, again, fawn, this idea of, yes, kind of figured we would fawn over them as a collective group of diamond lovers, but also the fact that there's this almost softness to them, this really pretty kind of femininity with the natural pinks that are inherent with the champagne tones. It all works together. It's really this idea that almost like if you think about a fawn in nature, like a little baby deer, right? You think about that color of their backs, that soft fur that they have, and that almost like shimmering light brown color. Just that idea that this is that really pretty independent collectible material that we love, and yet it's not going to be $69.99. We have a huge value right now. Want to send it flying on out of here, and we will, because that's what I got to do, right? We don't have the option of keeping pieces here. We have to do whatever it takes to move them out to you guys. That's where the values are coming into play here. If it was a normal day and we had all of our complement of viewers and, you know, Mother Nature wasn't wreaking havoc on a large part of the country, then we would, you know, probably get $69.99. Call it a day and be proud of that value we're offering. But there's a whole different world that we're dealing with. And so it's one of those we got to make a little more accessible, more affordable. And to that end, we're going to make a fancy diamond that no one else has. A really unique price tag right now so somebody can own it. And you do not have to pay $69.99. And you do not have to pay half of that price, which is $3,500. This is how the values go. This is what we're doing. I've been very open with you guys on the whys behind all of these incredible, call it a sale event. I know you're used to seeing a banner up there. Honestly, it doesn't need to have a big banner with an explanation. It's literally just about what it takes to move this jewelry. That's what we're doing. So that as this busier season approach and as holidays rapidly approach, we have got the values that you could watch all year long and not see any of these values. And this is how we're rolling. It's not even $3,500. You've got a value already on all this diamond weight, which of course is the 2 carats total with that very, very special piece. And yet it's not even going to be $3,000 for the ring. And now we're talking. $29.99? No, we're going to go lower. $28.88? We'll go lower. $27.77? I'm here to make sure it does go at all. That's the important thing. With pink and white and the big center fawn that is the round brilliant that I've had, most of the fawns I've had have been cushion cuts. They've been pear shapes. This is the big round. Tends to be the one everybody wants in a diamond is the round cut. You've got that here, and it's not going to be $27. I'll go even lower because we got to sell it. This is so incredibly important here. And all I can say is you dial in. It really is that easy. And I can't tell you how many brand new first-time shoppers we have here tonight. First-timers, never bought anything before. Maybe one caller, she'd been watching for a week. And she said, okay, that's it. I gotta get something. I gotta pick something out. I gotta find something. If you love exotic colors of diamond, this is the way to go, no doubt about it. It is so scarce. We have not, for those of you that are routine, regular viewers of the show, who've been watching for years, you know we've been all but without them for so long, especially the rounds, especially the 1 carats. And the way we make diamonds affordable around here, not just the white diamonds, but the yellows, the pink diamonds, all of them. I've had blue diamonds. I have a chameleon that's a carat 21 here. That's amazing. If you want a great discount, that's one of our better values on a fancy diamond. But this is a special collection that, just like our blue wing block Ds, is only here. So it's a huge moment to get it. It's not $27.77 either. Let's go even lower and make it super exciting. Not even $26.99 and may be gone. This is where nothing is going to stop me from getting you the best value possible. It is why we do what we do. And it's not even 26 or 25.99. You get the value of a lifetime. And nope, I tried the auction thing. That was fun for the winner. Not so much fun for us up here. So we're just scrapping, and I'll just do, speaking of scrapping, don't you think it would be more advisable at this point with gold at $2,700 an ounce? Shouldn't I just take all those stones out, melt down the gold, put those stones in something else? That might be the more logical way to go about this. For the price we have right now, think about it. If you have your own jewelry factory, manufacturing facility, if you know somebody, like everyone's like, I got a guy, I know a guy, right? If you were to have some great connection in the diamond business, that's wonderful. but you can't get fawn diamonds anywhere else. That's the thing. No matter what kind of great connections you might have or great access you have, or there's a lot of great ways to shop these days because we've got basically the whole world at our fingertips, but there is no value in fine jewelry like what we bring. And this is a prime example of that. And these fawn diamonds are really, really rare. And we are into, I didn't even know we had a 1 carat left in existence. So the fact this is here tonight is a wonderful surprise for us. And it's not going to be $25.99 either. Let's make it more affordable than that. $2,499 only for the ring. And it's a done deal, yours and yours forever. And that's the beauty of it. And yes, I do have one more panther piece with rubies. I do. I saw we had a YouTube request to get you a panther piece. Is there anything else was the question? I do have basically the same version as the blue sapphires, but with rubies instead. So we'll bring that out next. And sounds like this one's verifying right now. We'll see who's got it. And then onward we will move. Of course, only about 30 minutes now, exactly 30 minutes in the show. So questions, requests, we need to know what you'd like a discount on tonight. I'll show you one more panther piece that we do have coming up, and loving that. And here's what we'll do. Okay, so this one more time on the hand, I think, and then we'll be moving on from this one. On the way. We've got that next panther coming out. Much like the blue sapphire, similar kind of version. We're loving all these panther pieces tonight, aren't we? Here's one more time to see the bridge. I think, again, really does look like you stacked. I mean, that at first glance to me always looks like you've got a solitaire. It looks like it's the fawn diamond with the pink diamond halo with the white diamonds beneath it, but it's almost like you've added. It's like the ring guards are built in with this bridge, the way that you have this beautiful band top and bottom that situates right around it. So that's kind of like that whole 3 rings in one. Some would say 4 rings in one because there's actually 4 rows of diamonds that lead up to that centerpiece. So $24.99. All right, so we're going to move right along. I got one more panther to show you here, and it's the only other one I have in current inventory, and it's the ruby version of what we saw with the blue sapphire. So take a look at this. This is going to be, and I'll go back around here and zoom back for you so you can see. Give me a second here because I'll try to get as there we go, ambidextrous as I can. There's our ruby panther with the diamond in the eye plus the rubies. I'm holding it by the bail. So this is really good, isn't it? I'd remember on this one would be 1126019. For comparison, I did have, if you missed it earlier, because I know there's always a lot of people that tend to tune in here at the last hour. So it's exactly the same as the blue sapphire, just with rubies. Same size, same look, although, let's see, are they both 18 karat gold? Yes. So the ruby's going to be 58 points, and it does have the diamond accent as the eye, 18 karat solid gold, and then you got the 1.5 inch style, top to bottom with the door knocker style bail. I got more good news for you. Well, I think it only makes sense. This is also $39.99. I did bring down the blue sapphire version earlier. I think it's time to do the same with the ruby. Here's what it looks like in case you missed it earlier. Here's what it looks like from a distance away on the hand, so you can see the size. And this whole drape style is iconic. It is as status as a quatrefoil, as status as, well, I could go on and on. Every designer has their thing, right? Every major designer has something they're really known for as far as a specific motif. This one's got 1.5 inch drape, as you see there, including the bail. And we have one only, and it's 18 karat gold, and it's gonna be $1777, just like the blue sapphire version was earlier. So you get a choice of there on either or, but what a great look that is in that really cool drape style, which again has got plenty of size for you. That's kind of the idea. These are meant to be a larger in scale type look that you have. So very well done. And then yet we still have, here's the blue sapphire version. If I can go ahead and give you a look at that here while it is side by side. So you can see obviously your options here, and 2 of the classic stones in the world. I mean, we know rubies and sapphires are iconic, and there you have it. So one's just got a little bit more texture. This one's a little bit more mirror finished, and this one's got a little bit more texture to it. So it just has a little bit different kind of gold saturation level, but they're both 18K and both going to be that great look of those stones set into the gold. So burnished in to the back of those panthers. So there they are, ruby and sapphire, and that's all we have in addition to the white gold brooch and pendant. I did want to show you our merengue tonight because it's an awfully large size to get, and this is our hot pink merengue spinel. And is it ever a looker when you've got neon pinks and really pinky reds here? I know a lot of people would probably just go straight to a sapphire to get this kind of color, but the truth is you're getting about the same hardness and durability. Spinel is right under sapphire on the Mohs scale. Sapphires and rubies are 9s. Just only, second only to 10s in diamonds. But the thing is that spinels are right under that at 8.5. So you've still got a great durability. You're getting a hot pinky red color that you would not find very often. Let me see if I can polish it up there for you. And that's a very large merengue spinel. You probably know this stone was discovered in 2007 in Tanzania and not something we see large sizes in very often at all. And when they are in large sizes, like anything over a ½ carat is considered large. Anything over 1 carat is considered massive. This is the 1 carat 16 in the pear shape. So a very nice size here, really tremendous in the color. And you're getting a lot of diamond weight as well. It's 86 points in the diamond. So you've got a beautiful piece here in every which way. It's one of our signature style mountings. It's got this great finishing on the inside you see all the way through. It's going to be the white, the yellow, or the rose gold. You get to decide. But that is item number 1125779. So call us on our Panthers. They're still here. We've got a Brazilian Paraíba, chameleon diamond, still a lot of great museum pieces here, and anything else you want to see. We can bring out whatever you want to see out of the vaults. We'd love to do that tonight as we wind down the show. And reminder, I think that 13 karat plus tanzanite is still here. The 1387 round, still here. That's really impressive. But we're going to move on from this one by giving it a great value, $79.99. How many people have said the wish list has probably several items on it, but if your wish list includes a merengue, that tends to be one of the most expensive stones we carry. Anything over a carat tends to start at $5,000. It goes up from there and goes up accordingly depending on what size it is and then also the diamond weight. This is giving you a lot of everything we love in a really fine merengue spinel, and the pear shape is stunning. You get such a clarity with that pear shape, and that's the thing. It does, I love our little pink graphics here. It actually, I'm going to walk around and block one of the lights because you'll see it's truly neon to the point where if I darken the light around it, the stone will tend to just give you even more reds. It glows even further. Watch that. That's darkness. And you see how that stone looks like it just got dialed up in saturation? That's the beautiful neon element that we talk about with certain stones like this. And yet it's nowhere near $79.99. I know we had, this was actually with me on Monday. I refused to show it. That sounds harsh, but I did not, because the lowest I could go on Monday night was, it was still $49.99. Makes sense for a carat 18. I think a lot of people have misconceptions about spinel. One quick note, if you were in high school, I know it was a long time ago for me. I can barely remember those days, but I do remember the jewelry. And it was, you know, when you graduated, it was typical for them to say, do you want to buy a class ring? And we always, there were companies at the time, I don't know if they still do it, but there were companies at the time, and when you looked at those catalogs and you got to pick out your inscriptions and all of that and your color, it was always spinel. And a lot of people, I think, still to this day associate spinel with that material, which was lab-grown spinel for the most part. So it's not, just so you know, spinel is not a lab-grown stone, because I hear that misconception a lot. A lot of people say, oh yeah, spinel is something that's man-made, right? It's made in a lab and it's just a simulant, it's a look-alike. That's not the case. There are lab-grown spinels. They're simulating the real deal, which is what we have and feature. Not often, they're very rare, especially this Tanzanian mined material. There are other pink spinels that look nothing like this, by the way. They're out of Burma. Usually the pink spinels that are out of Burma have a lavender dustier hue to them. They are not anything like this Tanzanian material. The Tanzanian material is where it really pops. It's really vibrant. It's not going to be $49.99. We have a value. I know how hard it is. I've been selling spinels here for a long time. I've been here almost 8 years to the day. So here's the deal. This is one of the more challenging stones, and I'm never sure why. But I think a lot of people just don't, we're not used to seeing spinels in a lot of places. And then you think, well, merengue, what the heck is that? This is a mine that, there was a boulder, literally in Tanzania. It was a discovery in 2007, so that wasn't all that long ago. The boulder, I stand in front of a counter that goes from here to here. It's literally like my wingspan here, if you will. That was about the size of the boulder of material they found. Think about that. That was the rock where it embodied and housed all of the different Mahenge crystals in their natural state. Of course, then you mine the crystals. They're little tiny crystals, and then you have to facet them. That doesn't leave very big stones. That is why it's so important and so impressive to get a 1 carat 16, I believe, is the size. Yes, 1/16 on this one. 1/16 is the size, just to be exact. That's what's so important. So to get the color you're getting, to get the size you're getting, it's all rare, 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 rare. And that's why $79.99 went to $5,000, and why I'm throwing it out, because I know that's not going to sell it. I've been selling these for 8 years here. I know what it's going to take, and it's going to take a really deep discount, and luckily that's what I'm doing tonight on everything. So you get a chance right now to own something for better than $49, better than $39, better than even $29. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If you've ever thought about owning a Mahenge spinel, today is the day. Right now is the moment, because it's not even $2,000 for a 116. Now you got me saying it. 116 stone, huge size, and the diamond weight almost a carat, solid white, yellow rose. Yes. Blue sapphire panther. You got it. Thank you so much. I'm not even asking for $2,000, and I mean it. $19.99. How great of a value is that? It might be great, but great can sometimes not be good enough. So here's where I'll go. Instead of 19, instead of 18, instead of, and this is what's so crazy, it's not even $1,799. I am truly in giveaway mode, and I'm going to make it $1,777 only, and that's going to do it for the first caller. And say yeah, because that is, you got to try it on, but that is a massive stone when it comes to Mahenges. The brightest, most beautiful, brilliant, clean stone. Look at that. It's not a stone that gives you clarity as an automatic. This stone has the clarity, has the glow, a pop of neon, you got it. It's $1,777, and it's white, yellow, or rose, and just covered from side to side with diamonds. They do not stop. They just keep on going. I love that larger pave band on the sides. The row, that's a big diamond halo. It's just one individual row of diamonds all the way around it as well. And it's $1,777. Oh, I got to flip it around. Hold on. We'll stay there at the hand shot, because I got to flip it around for those of you that might wear it with the point facing out. There it is, $1,777. Tell me, have you ever seen a spinel deal like that? That's what we're doing tonight. That's what tonight's about. It's a great night to say, I'm going to treat myself. If I see the right piece, if I see a piece that just immediately, I just light up, you know what it is. You know, that's what's so, I think jewelry shopping is, some people say, how do you sell jewelry? It's so complicated. And it's true. There's a lot to know, and there's a lot of different options, and it's, you know, a confusing world when it comes to the real, the natural, the exotic, the fake diamonds. Now everything you see out there is faux diamonds. They're all man-made, it seems like, everywhere you look. I mean, once you get the idea that, okay, I'm going to go into fine jewelry, if you really value, if you really value quality, you're going to go with something that at the end of the day is worth something. Because after all, jewelry is something that carries through. I mean, jewelry lasts longer than we do, right? It's forever. These are pieces that stay in the family, stay as heirlooms. These are the pieces that are part of a collection that will outlast us all. And that's what's beautiful about jewelry. And if you're buying the right things, like natural gems, exotics, fine diamonds, those are pieces that really increase in value. So you have all that. But at the same time, I think it's really easy to shop for jewelry for yourself, as far as once you know the in and outs of quality. It's really just about what makes you smile, what makes you happy, what makes you feel this joy inside when you see it. You know it the second you see it. When it's a piece that's really meant to be yours, you know it immediately. And you know, and you feel it, and you just, there's something that you just don't want to stop looking at it. That's what this is really. I mean, I don't know what it is. Everyone's got a different take on what is going to make you thrilled and feel joyous, but that really is as simple as jewelry can be. And sometimes it's a matter of just when you know it, when you see it, you know it, and you got to have it. And that's what hopefully we can provide, that great value, so that you can easily say yes. And we're going to move along. That's, again, continues to be spinel. That is just one of those rare, rare stones that we have just made really affordable. I have the most beautiful pendant. This is one of our all-time favorites. It's one of my personal all-time favorites. It sells out every time we bring it. And so the second it comes back, I have this agreement with our inventory folks that the second it comes back, I have to have it on that show. because it is so popularly requested. It is so in demand. It is item number 111. And we're going to go ahead and use the old item number 0442 because I want to make sure that you get a price tag that you're going to love. And there's never going to be an item here that's an all-time bestseller if it's not a great value. And I have white and yellow to show you on what I call the North Star or Spark Star. It's really both. It's got this really super kind of mod feel. It feels very, to me, very designer. There's a couture designer that loves to do this kind of design underneath stones. So you'll see like a prasiolite or an amethyst and a clear crystal quartz, then you'll see it set above. And those pieces cost a fortune. But this is where you're getting a 51-point diamond pendant. And then I want to show you from a distance because the size is important here. I mean, it always is. But that's really where you get these mirror finished and the mix of the diamonds. And the diamonds are good size. You saw there's a really big centralized diamond. We have the earrings to match, which never happens in the same show. I have a white gold and a yellow gold here to show. If you'd like rose gold, we can offer it, but these are the two classics here. And then I want to show you the link that you're getting. It's 112, yeah, it's literally a 1110442. I'm loving that we're using the old item number to let us provide you a really good value tonight. And then you've got 1.5 inches from top to bottom. We'll show it on the neckline coming up. But this is also, I feel like at holiday time is when it gets the most requests. Because, and I do want to show you, there's a lot of mirror finishing here, which is sometimes really hard to show on camera, but you see what that looks like. The way you're going to see all of the light reflecting off the surface of the gold, which then completely alternates with your diamonds, where there's a core of diamonds through the middle, a big stone in the center, and then they just carry on out and get a little more narrow. We had some gorgeous spike earrings the other day, although we have the perfect match in the earring, which I would encourage you to think about when we show that coming up. And look at the finishing. Solid mirror finished on the inside. And this is the yellow. I want to show you the white gold close up as well. An incredible value, something that has a lot of length. I love the idea of this layered. If you're into layering or you want to be into layering your necklaces, this would be a great finishing last layer. Like the longest layer, maybe you're wearing it at 20 or 22 inches. Maybe you put the diamonds by the yard on first, or any of your smaller pieces, your favorite cross, your favorite initial, your favorite what have you. This would be a great, since it's so elongated, makes that really great kind of finishing final touch layer to your necklace collection. It's also going to be, I love seeing these diamonds close up too. I want to come in a little bit closer here for you because I want you to see, it's kind of like our diamond studs we had earlier, where there's a larger diamond in the center and then the smaller diamonds outside of that, and then they just taper out to their different points there. Love that. And we have the white, the yellow, the rose. This one's super affordable. Supposed to be, $11.99 is the new price. Let's make it a lot more affordable right now. And again, same great finishing, no matter which gold color you choose. It's just a fabulous piece in every way. And yet I feel like it feels modern. It feels traditional. It feels kind of mid-century, all at the same time. It's really just, I could see the younger gals, and I had somebody say this to me the other day. I hope she doesn't mind me quoting her, but she said, well, those are, certain stones are like old lady gems. And I was like, how interesting. I've never assigned certain ages to gems or vice versa. And I thought, I wonder if that's, I think more styles sometimes. Certain styles to me look a little more sometimes, younger or what have you. I think that this is really one of those that no matter what your own personal style is, I can see just like the younger gals, if they're more edgy wearing it, as well as if you're really traditional with your jewelry. I think that this really works for one and all. So I think it makes a great gift idea, and we're going to leave $11.99 behind and make it a lot more affordable right now. I can tell you it's been a bestseller. I can tell you that people that have shopped it once have usually come back for another gold color for their collection. So that's when you know it's popular, when people start buying in multiples and get different gold colors, and it's not $9.99. So I'm trying to give you some great affordable options when it comes to even really, really, really unique, high-end, well-made VS diamonds, the whole lot. And this gives you everything, and it's not even $8.99, $8.88. Tell you what, we have the matching earrings still to come. The pendant's just a little bit more gold, and it's a lot more diamonds. So this is the most of the set. I really think that there's going to be a lot of people who want to get the earrings to match. So I'm trying to bring each piece down from their should-be price to a much lower price tag so you can get both if you choose to. And this is not $888. It's not $777. We're already too low. For what this piece costs to make in today's gold era, when you've got finishing and detail and thickness and all the mirror finishing from the sides like you have, this should not be under $700, but I'm going there. It's $699. Then I will show you the matching lever back drop earrings to go with as well. And you get to decide, do you want the white gold? Do you want the yellow? Maybe you have the white or the yellow. You want to add the rose gold. There it is from a side profile. I'm going to get the earrings ready to show you. Let's get you a look at this gorgeous match. And these don't sit on their own, of course, but look at this earring that I know a lot of you are going to think about. It's the exact same design, but just more petite in size. And yet they have a drop. It's 1110400 is the number. There's the yellow gold. Here's the white gold in the earring to match. And yes, we can do rose gold even in the earrings. There's the same finishing on the inside of the earring. And that's in a gorgeous lever back style. Same style, centered up diamond, big size. Then they just get a little bit smaller as they taper out, as they point out. Then you get white or yellow gold. You get to decide there. And we're going to make 36 points in the diamonds. In the earring, remember the 51 point is the total weight on the pendant. The earring is going to be 1110400 once again, so either 442 or 400 are the odd numbers. This is where I'd get the set. Absolutely consider getting the set, because I'll tell you what, the earrings are not even $9.99 tonight. We're making the earrings more affordable. I feel like there is a lot more workmanship in the earring, but I want to make them more affordable just because the diamond weight is what you guys judge them on, I think, and they've got 36 points versus the 51 in the pendant. So we're going to make this really simple. I've got one of each color of gold just to show you the differences, but you're going to choose your pair. They're going to match, and they're not even going to be $888, $777. Here we go again, dropping the prices on the pendant and the earrings. Get one, get all, whatever you want to do. I will pop one on for you so you can see how beautiful they look and how they drape, because they are 1.5 inches. And then we'll show you, just isn't the lever back just ingenious? I mean, the ease of a lever back, the way it just kind of snaps closed, boom, you're done. No extra backings to worry about. Here's what they look like on. I've got the yellow gold on for you, as well as we've just got, again, I know it kind of disappears here, but you can see there, and that is the yellow gold, but you can see that you really want them to catch the light, and then you get as much gleam from the mirror finishing as you do from the diamonds, and that's really lovely about it. And we're going to make the earrings, you know what, get them out of here. $599 for the earrings if you'd like the pair. And that's the yellow. We can show you the white gold as well. 1.5 inches in the length, great drop, great movement, great, again, all attached with that lever back. So right up front, just draping. And I think they're casual. It's a way to do a drop diamond earring. A lot of times we hear drop diamond earring and we think, uh-oh, I'm going to the wedding, I'm going to the really dressy occasion, I'm going to the big holiday party. I think this is a drop diamond earring that could be worn even just casually during the day. So let's take another look up close. And we've got the earrings and the pendant. So which would you like to have? And let me just go ahead and put the pendant and the earring together so you can see. I'm going to borrow the yellow gold here on each, and you can see them together just for a little sense of the scale. Here is the fabulous pendant, and then let me show you here on the hand is where we are. And the pendant reminder is $6.99, and then the earrings are even less. And we've only got about 8 minutes left in the show in its entirety. So this is also when we should be getting a few requests, I would think, for anything we need to recap for the end of the night, because we are getting there. So there's the earring, and again, earring with the lever back, and there's the pendant next to it. Just so you can see the scale and how they work together. Obviously, this one with the lever back, this one with the bail, both finished beautifully. This one, if I actually put it on the tweezers on top, you'll see it balance a little bit better. So that's what they look like. Pendant on the left, earring on the right. Remember, the pendant is $6.99, the matching earring, $5.99. So it's even less to get yourself a pair of the earrings tonight. So let me know. We'll give them 60 seconds, then we got to run. I think hopefully everybody's got them already, but love to bring them out because they haven't been here in a long time. And usually the request comes in and then we have to say, I'm sorry, they're not in stock. Today they are. Just got here, just arrived. They're kind of ready for holiday season, ready for gift giving. They're here, they're available again, $6.99 or $5.99. You get to decide. And maybe you get the whole set. Why not? Because for $1,300, you have a beautiful set where I'm just showing you the pendant and one earring, but you get obviously those two beautiful drop earrings and the pendant, which is quite sizable. So consider those the North Star or Spark Star designs that we love so much, and all that angle. It's really, to me, about the angle, the beautiful details. I just like when you juxtapose the mirror finishing of the gold with the sparkle of the diamonds. I think that looks so incredible. Reminder, our spinel is still here. We've got one panther left. It's our ruby panther piece plus the brooch that we had in the white gold. Also have a very rare, bright Congolese tourmaline. Thank you so much, everybody. They're popular every time we bring them, right? You can't keep them down. They're just so beautiful. And then we go back to the wheel, show you up close. Here's that white gold up close. Here's the earring. Forgive me, they're so hard to just, they don't sit on their own, but there's the white gold, and you can really see with that angle the mere finishing you're getting. And then here's the complement. I really would consider getting the whole set here tonight. Great chance to pick up the set. There's the pendant to go right along with it. So you get to decide whichever you prefer. And then we're going to move right along. We got a lot more to do here, but not a lot of time. We have 5 minutes left in the show, and we'll be back tomorrow to do it again, but with a whole different lineup of jewelry. And I would like you to consider this brand new Congolese stone, which is, you haven't seen it. We had a whole trio earlier. But this one, honestly, I've not seen a Congolese ever bring this color before. Yes. Thank you. The star pendants are very popular, by the way, as are the earrings, but the pendants seem to be even more so popular. So take advantage of those while we have them. And again, even though we've moved on, does not mean you can't get one. I hope you will. I hope you do. They're fabulous. But this is something, it's out of the Congolese new mine. But it's honestly more neon. It looks like a Paraiba. It's 112-6247. I think that would be a really fabulous way to kind of complete our night, don't you think? Just a really stunning cushion cut square. Also has a great size to it. And let's come in a little closer. It's going to be, 6247, bright as can be. It's a 752. That's the carat weight of that stone. Big time size, great clarity. This is, after all, tourmaline. It's not supposed to be that clean. But we've got a high clarity. I mean, you can see complete transparency 100% through that stone, side to side, top to bottom. 66 points in the diamond weight, only 6 stones. That means they are 11 point. Yes, they're princess cuts as well. So really important diamonds here. And a major value coming your way. Do not wait. Please, whatever you do, come on in, because we got a value to finish up our evening here on this Wednesday. We are back tomorrow at 7 o'clock Pacific, 9 Central Time, and 10 p.m. Eastern. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, we still have our 13 karat 87 tanzanite is still here as well. Something you might want to consider as the night wears down. But here's what we're going to do on this one. Value, it's been the theme of the night. Here's what this one looks like on the hand. So you can see how bright. I would contend it gets even brighter from a distance. What do we say with lower light and neon? Lower light somehow delivers you more color, more glow. Let's make it easy. And look at that stack of that triple diamonds going side to side. Isn't that something? How about this? It is not $79.99. That's a good way to say goodnight and just leave you with some very pleasant dreams, and that's what I'm supposed to get. But I think we could do something else here to really send it out. Look at that, diamonds right side to side. Very special, kind of good way to bookend it, keep it centered on the hand. If you ever have issues with your ring rotating a little bit, we can even change the gold color if you'd like us to. There is only one. It's still got an element of blue, but it's very much more vibrant, like lime greens, just real neon here. And it's not going to be $79, $69, $59, $49. We got collectors, and boy, have there been some great collector deals here tonight. We're going to make this so much better than $49. I just want to send it out. Let's finish up the show. And the exact rate, really the whole theme of the night has been tremendous discounts, and we've had nothing but high quality. So it's not a function of, oh, that's a little lower quality. No, we just don't do that. It's all high quality. It's all about the values. We're going to make this really easy. Right now, it's not even $39.99. We have about 2 minutes left, and that's that. So we will see you again tomorrow night. I certainly hope so. We've got such an incredible Thursday plan for you. But right now, this one's got to go. And it's not even $4,000. We're going to blow it out from $3,500, make it even better. First caller gets it, $29.99, just to send it on out when it's a 752. An incredible size stone. The cutting is so rare. That cushion cut square is so rare to find. And you've got such a beautiful, again, it's really all about the clarity because it is tourmaline. Tourmaline's not supposed to have clarity like that. This one does. And all the way straight on through every, I mean, look, think about how close we are, how magnified a view you're getting right now. and yet that very, very impressive color clarity. It is one for the ages. We have about 1 minute left. If you have any last minute requests, or if you want to check on availability, see if your favorite piece from the last 3 hours is still here, I would highly recommend, might as well dial in right now. We've got operators standing by to help you out. So we can let you know if your piece is still here. We can give you another look if you'd like to see it again. And then here we are at $29.99 for a really, truly fabulous stone. And yet, one more time on the hand, remember we had a cat's eye indicolite, by the way, that was here for $14.99. You got to see this. This was how we started the show. That is our Roval cat's eye indicolite. Yes, that was $14.99. So our operators have the info. 1169 was the number. If you want to grab that, $14.99. I'm just shocked that's still available, but hey, it was the first couple minutes of the show. So something to consider there. And we do see you tomorrow night, Thursday night. Be with us, 7 o'clock Pacific, 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. We can't wait to see you then. But for now, we wish you all a great rest of your evening. I know we're thinking of all of our Floridians tonight as well. So be safe, everybody. And you guys are all in our thoughts and prayers, certainly. And we'll see you tomorrow night at 7. I'm Lauren Blair from all of us at TVON. We wish you a great rest of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow at 7. And keep calling if you have any questions. We'll be here. Good night, everybody.